Hey. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Happy Saturday to you all. It is I, Eric from the Ringside Rundown Podcast. Welcome to the stream. Happy Saturday. What's new with you guys? What's going on? Anyway, today we got a busy stream for you today. We got to watch some NXT. And then after NXT, that should take us to the 8 o'clock hour and start of AEW Collision. I forgot to put the NXT in the Discord. Shit. Good thing I reminded myself. Hold on, let me get that set up. Good thing I started early too, or else I would have forgot. Go to channel. Let me get it. Good thing this only takes a couple seconds to do. Discord's pretty easy. Already got it all set up to ready watch NXT. We got to catch up on NXT, see what happened on Tuesday. Ricky Saints looks to seize his first title in NXT as he challenges Shawn Spears for the NXT North American Championship. And NXT Women's Champion and Women's North American Champion Stephanie Vicaire makes a groundbreaking announcement. That is according to the description on the DVR for the most recent episode of NXT that happened this past Tuesday. I hadn't seen anything that is going down for AEW Dynamite. Let me look that up and see if they tweeted anything out in terms of what tonight's show is going to be. Let me go to their account here. Obviously, Dynasty is tomorrow on pay-per-view, and if you're a Twitch subscriber or a Twitch moderator, you'll be able to watch with us in Discord if you choose to. You can come hang out with us and watch it in the Discord if you're a Twitch sub or a Twitch moderator. Looks like we got Mike on being the first chatter champion again for the week.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Always here to say hello. Don't worry, we're starting NXT in just a couple minutes, just finding out what's going down on Collision before we start NXT. It looks like Top Flight is going to be taking on Action Andretti and Leo Rush. Speedball Mike Bailey is going to be taking on Jalistico with Ricochet on commentary. Powerhouse Hobbs and Tomohiro Ishii will be taking on Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita. Anything else? Mercedes Moné will team up with Harley Cameron to take on Julia Hart and Athena. That should be fun. Cash Wheeler, a.k.a. FTR Gunn, will be taking on Pac. So a pretty stocked episode of Collision tonight. Plus, Jamie Hayter versus Billy Starks again. Wow. Thankfully, my phone alerted me that you were on just about to leave work. Hopefully, your work day was easy going. Didn't have to do too much. But as I said, let me mute this. Just starting the NXT portion of the stream. It is available in Discord for Twitch subs and Twitch moderators. If you need a place to go watch NXT, we are also multi-streaming on YouTube. If you want to check us out on YouTube, the place to go is right here, youtube.com/@RingsideRunPod. If you want to check out the multi-stream on YouTube, drop a like on it. That'll help us out very, very much. Like I said, we're starting NXT right now. Yes, we know Fast Forward has been disabled. That is quite all right, because I had the DVR version for this week, so no commercial breaks. Back then.
Now.
Right now.
Forever.
All time, baby.
Together.
No paint spills, so a good day. I got through about an hour of NXT this week so far. I might be able to catch up with you before Collision. Well, we're starting NXT right now, so maybe by the time you get home, I'll be at the spot where you left off, and you can go ahead and hop into Discord and watch the rest of the show with me. Collision looks like it's going to be a good one. I'm excited for Collision. Looks like it's going to be a good show. This episode of NXT for the North American Championship, Shawn Spears will be defending the title against Ricky Saints. I kind of already know some of the spoilers because I had to be on social media this week. Build up to WrestleMania is a pretty important thing. Trying to be active on social media. I'm not as active on Twitter as I should be. Twitter just kind of scares me. I don't like to really interact with a lot of people on there because they talk kind of crazy. But looks like we're starting the show with Stephanie Vaquer, the NXT Women's North American Champion and NXT Women's Champion. Double champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the NXT Women's North American and the NXT Women's Champion, Stephanie Vaquer.
Well, you can hear the love from the NXT Universe, who are on their feet for our double champion, who successfully pulled double duty last week, but it's been a busy
catch me
time
looking
for our
over,
double
it's because the
champion,
Yankees game is still on TV.
This weekend, she was on
Watching
hand.
the Yankees
UFC
hopefully
Fight
wrap up
Night
this
down
win.
in Mexico City. Everyone just wanted to come
They
say
just
hi,
ended the
greet the
8th
double
inning
champ,
going
show
into the
their
9th. So
appreciation
if you
for
catch me
everything
looking over,
that
that's
Dark
why.
Angel has done.
We got Stephanie Vaquer in the ring with a general manager, Ava. Ava's in the ring as well.
Ever since Stephanie has stepped foot in NXT, she has shown everyone exactly why she is La Primera. After walking out victorious last week and still remaining double champion, that shows you exactly the caliber
Catch you in a
of
bit.
superstar that
Drive
Stephanie
safely,
is.
my friend.
However, given the depth of our women's division, both of these titles deserve to be defended frequently. And after a lot of thought, Stephanie and I have decided that it's not fair for her to continue to do this alone. So we have both come to the decision that Stephanie is going to relinquish her Women's North American Champion.
That's not
A
fair.
new champion will be decided at Stand and Deliver in a 6-woman ladder match.
A
And the
6-woman ladder
qualifiers
match.
for that ladder match begin tonight.
Wow.
I understand this is not a popular decision, but NXT has given me opportunities, and I want to do the same for everyone else. I really want to push my NXT women's division. No, stop it.
That's true. That's a good point.
So, tonight, I will give up the North American title. Under one condition. I get to pick who I faced at the Stand and Deliver for my NXT Women's Championship.
Done. I understand.
Uh-oh, here's Jordan Grace.
Stephanie, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you like this. I'm sorry. But I'm so
Those
happy to
pants
hear
are
that
crazy.
you get to pick your opponent for Stand and Deliver. Now that Jada Parker's out of the picture, we can focus on the match that everyone has really been looking forward to. For the first time ever on NXT's biggest stage, the Juggernaut versus La Primera.
Jada Parker's got something to say.
You hit it! See? Jordan, first of all, being out the picture is insane because I'm right here. Muscle mommy, since we want to get down like that. See, but if you actually stayed on the ground where I left your ass last week, I'd be Stephanie, sorry, and I'd be standing here with that NXT title around this little waist of mine. So, but Stephanie, baby, it was this close, and you know it. But go ahead and call your shot, because I promise you, when we run this back,
No.
she ain't got no manners.
Jada, you had your opportunity. You called your shot and you fumbled.
You took it from me.
Now, I know that you may not understand how championships work,
Really?
seeing as you've never held one before.
Damn, okay. Ouch.
But you go to the back of the line.
Back of the line.
Looks like you two need to work this out.
Say less.
Uh-oh, we got a brawl already.
Juggernaut and Parker picking up where they have left off. Whoa!
Uh-oh. Jada gets knocked out. Here's security.
And thankfully, security's hit the scene.
Oh, security just getting tossed.
Jesus Christ. That guy went like 30 feet in the air. Holy shit. Wow. Holy crap. Audio went dead because the crowd must be going crazy. Can't say holy shit on TV on the CW network. It's crazy. The whole thing went dead.
Yo, what's good, Oba? I mean, I already made a challenge for you. You ain't hear me? I had TMZ all in my face. I know you saw it. I ain't no little punk like Javon that you can just throw around. You know where to find me. On Tuesday in the ring. So we can talk about my NXT title. Stand and deliver. Let's talk about it.
Excuse me, Oba, can I ask you a question? Trick Williams called you out, and he said that you don't respect him, and...
I don't care what Trick Williams said. He's not the champion. I am. I don't answer to Trick Williams. He answers to me. He awaits me. And tonight, Trick is going to get my final verdict. And he's going to find out the hard way why you don't call out the ruler.
Ooh.
Well, looks like we're
Don't
gonna
call
have a
out the
showdown later,
ruler.
but how about breaking news to start the night? And now we're about to find out who are the first two women to compete in qualifying matches for the Women's North American Championship at Stand and Deliver. The qualifying matches for that ladder match begin next.
All right, shouldn't be no commercials. I picked the DVR version. There should be, well, obviously they got to get in those WrestleMania commercials.
Weekend tickets for our next premium live event are on sale now
There we go.
at AXS.com. And moments ago, a huge announcement for
Gangsters,
NXT's
what's up,
biggest
guys?
stage.
Hey, Bella. No, don't drop your croissant.
So do this, but just ladders seem a little dangerous. Okay.
Uh-oh.
No one cares. I'm qualifying and I'm getting my title back. Trust me. Ain't no
Bella just finished work. Mike just finished work. We got some busy worker bees here in the community. I'm glad that you decided to come check me out, Bella. I hope that today you had an easy work day filled with a lot of tips and a lot of easygoing customers. Hopefully it was an easy day for you, and I appreciate you being here.
For Stand and Deliver.
Looks like we're going to kick all off with Zarya. This is a qualifying match to see who goes on to Stand and Deliver in the ladder match for the Women's North American Championship. Stephanie Vaquer had to relinquish the title. She can no longer pull double duty.
The following is the NXT Women's North American Championship Ladder Match Qualifier. Introducing first, accompanied by Sol Ruca, Zarya.
Table 33 had over a $700 bill, and they only tipped $12. What the fuck? What a bunch of cheapskates. $700 bill and you only tipped $12. $12 out of $700 bill, man.
She has made a case for herself over the last several weeks.
I'm sorry, that sucks. Tipping culture is so.
NXT on the CW is presented by Progressive. Safety bundle, auto, home, and motorcycle.
There's no hard lines.
And she's done it, Booker.
33 people and only $12. A 33 head table is crazy.
Heading into Stand and Deliver, being so close to WrestleMania. Oh, yes.
Looks like Zarya is going to be taking on one of the Meta Girls.
Oh, she's going to have her work cut out for her tonight.
Made me want to spit in their food. Oh, man, I don't blame you. That's crazy. That's crazy. I could never work in the food service industry. Could never do it because things like that would piss me off. Then I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Waiting, Bella. There's a movie called Waiting. It's with Ryan Reynolds. It's all about working at a restaurant. You might find it funny. It's kind of crazy. That movie came out, I believe, in 2004. It's an older movie by today's standards, but it's still an interesting movie. You might find it interesting. I literally gave their kid free fucking ice cream. Well, you shouldn't have did that. Fuck them kids. They don't get free ice cream. Fuck them kids. Not on my watch. No free ice cream for you. Anyway, we got Zarya versus Lash Legend. I love you, Lash Legend. This should be a fun match.
I like what we're seeing right now off of the opening bell. Power versus power.
They even said after they love the service and the food. Yeah, I guess they did.
The bougie bullet.
Well, that's an interesting note because each of these women.
I love you, Lash Legend. She's in the ring there with Zarya. I feel bad for you, Bella. I'm sorry. That really sucks.
Just do it old school. Just a straight up power.
I would say at least a $700 bill should at least get $100 for 33 people. At least $100. That's crazy. I'm sorry. We got to test the strength between Zarya and Lash Legend here. Both women are going back and forth. Nice bridge from Zarya. Neck strength, core strength. Uh-oh. Turns it into a Northern Light suplex. Over 700 to be honest, 650 was food, and they had at least 300 in drinks. And not a spill of food or drink. You did not spill 1 ounce of food or drink. Service was most likely immaculate. And they still couldn't.
She made history.
They certainly didn't. Oh!
Makes me mad. Disgusting. Disgusting.
By Lash Legend, maybe a little frustration from
Yikes.
That has some hot Cholula green on it, man.
Had some Cholula green on it.
This is the first singles match for Lash Legend since October. And she and Zarya
was a 30th celebration, and they were even saying happy birthday. Well, fuck their birthday. I hope they had a horrible birthday. I hope they got no presents.
Witnessing this sort of action in the first
$12 tip.
match of the night has to be putting a smile on the face of Stephanie Vaquer.
It is a big night.
Should have dropped that 3-layer cake. Yeah, you should have took a bite out of the cake. Sunset flip from Zarya into a pin. Lash Legend kicks out at 2. Zarya goes for a scoop slam. Lash Legend escapes and hits a scoop slam of her own.
Center of the ring.
Face smashing the cake would have been very apropos.
I don't think she got any of
I
that.
would have said it was very justified.
Misses wildly as well, and a little bit of a stalemate between these two women.
Nothing stale about Lash Legend.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, I think Zarya's off of her game just a little bit. I think she's thrown off by being overpowered.
I'm going to dip while I walk home. I'll be back soon. Well, get home safely, please.
She's done some things in the middle of this ring.
Stay out of trouble
Men can't do,
and get home safely.
Manhandling Zarya. Whoa.
Also, Zarya now trying to roll.
Zarya with a roll-through pin cover only gets a 2 counts. Thank you, Bella, for being here. I appreciate
The
it.
biggest stage NXT has, Stand and Deliver WrestleMania Saturday. There's a lot on the line in this matchup. There's Jakara, there's Soul. Which one of these two women will punch their ticket to Las Vegas?
Uh-oh. We got a problem on the outside of the ring. Thankfully, no commercial break because I picked a DVR version.
The women's North American title
Back to the
at
action
top of
as soon
show.
as possible.
Stephanie Vaquer noted she
Oh!
wanted to see the women's division
Big
rise.
forearm from
Our
Lash
general
Legend.
manager, Ava has now made qualifying matches for a 6-woman ladder match at the biggest stage we have, Stand and Deliver WrestleMania Saturday. These two
Lash Legend has Zarya on her shoulders in a torture rack position.
And it has been all Lash
What is she
Legend
gonna do?
in this matchup here tonight. But coming up tonight, we have
Hitting her with that torture rack.
in our main event. There you see the challenger, Ricky Saints, trying to get ready for his matchup with Sean Spears.
I'm just looking at Lash Legend right now, and she's definitely reminding me of somebody that's going into the Hall of Fame this year. That's Lex Luger right here with this torture rack, man.
Puts Lash puts Zarya on her feet, ducks a clothesline. Both women thinking the same thing, going for the same
We
clothesline.
did not arrive tonight thinking we were going to have the Women's North American Championship vacated.
No, Stephanie Vaquer, she stepped up. She did the right thing because, like I said, so many other ladies in that locker room that deserve that moment in the sun.
And I want to ask both of you, and I'll start with you, Corey. There's
Turning
no
that
doubt
up just a
pressure's
little
on the
bit
shoulders
for you.
of these two qualifiers and whomever Ava has selected.
Absolutely. There's pressure on everyone's shoulders each and every match.
Both
particularly
women
NXT
on their
as
knees,
Stand and
punching
Deliver
back and
in Las
forth.
Vegas. These two women had the misfortune, if you will.
Zarya stands to her feet, and so does Lash Legend. Back and forth throwing potatoes.
And like I say, that's one step closer to WrestleMania. Oh, yes, man.
Hey friends, if you're watching the stream, just to let you know, in a couple minutes you're going to get hit with a block of Twitch advertisements. To avoid those Twitch advertisements, I suggest clicking that subscribe button down below for $5.99. When you do that, you support the channel, and in return, you get no Twitch advertisements interrupting your stream image. You get cool emotes to use in chat. You get 15% off the Ringside Rundown merchandise store. And a special section of our Discord opens up where you can view whatever I'm streaming. In this case, it's NXT, and that is available for Twitch subs and Twitch moderators. So if you want to take advantage of that, hit that subscribe button down below. $5.99 American, £6.49 in the UK, $8.95 Canadian. Lash Legend with the Uranagi backbreaker, very nicely done.
What's next?
Going for a powerbomb, it looks like.
Zarya.
Golly, Lash Legend is so freaking strong. But Zarya turns it into a Rana.
Back up.
Pump kick hits a grazing blow on Lash Legend, turns it into a German suplex.
Power back on display.
This is Zarya's wheelhouse. Utilizing her power to great effect for these past several moments. Lash Legend in big trouble for the
Nice leapfrog from Lash Legend. Goozles the neck of Zarya. Big choke slam. Massive choke slam from Lash Legend. And only gets a 2 count.
Wasn't a lot on that kick out, but this matchup continues.
With a concern on the face of Ms. Jackson on the outside as she roots on Lash Legend. Same can be said for Sol Ruka. On behalf of Zarya.
Talk about ladder matches. Zarya has never competed in a ladder match. Lash Legend does have ladder match experience in Battleground last.
Lash looking for the Lash extension.
And if she can hit it, she could qualify.
Zarya lands on her feet.
Zarya, where is she getting the strength from? Lash able to
Yeah, that is a lot of strength to lift up Lash Legend. Zarya ducks the pump kick. And hits Lash Legend with a wicked spear. What a spear.
And Zarya finished the job.
That's step one. Here's step two.
Zarya's got Lash Legend on her shoulders. Oh.
Looking to punch her ticket to Las Vegas.
Zarya wins and qualifies for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver.
Here is your winner, Zarya!
What a fight. Take nothing away from Lash Legend, but Zarya tonight had just a little bit more in the tank.
That's what it all boils down to, just a little bit of power left in the tank, enough to dump Lash Legend face first in the center of the ring. Zarya
Lash Legend, that's a lot of women, man.
And advances.
Shout out to Zarya for getting the win and qualifying for the NXT North American Championship ladder match.
It's all about that championship, which was vacated earlier tonight by Stephanie Vaquer. But
Gotta wonder if Sol Ruka's also going to be in it.
To qualify and head to Stand and Deliver.
Wow, Zarya is going to Stand and Deliver. That is my big dream, Briggs. Compete.
Hey, we're gonna get there, buddy. I promise. I promise, brother.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. And more, man. Lower those expectations, dog. You'll take it from somebody that's actually won a match at Stand and Deliver.
Bro, who do you think you're talking to, bro?
I'm talking to y'all, and I literally broke my back carrying this brand, so I can talk to anyone, any way that I want to. But you better have some respect when you talk to me.
Bro, you ain't tough.
Bro.
I used to like you. Who what you stood for?
What is he talking about? Dude, you are delusional, man. The only thing you need to worry about is getting yourself to Stand and Deliver.
You had honor. You fought with honor. Tonight, you fight me.
Honor. How about I honor your request? You got your match. But just like your Stand and Deliver pipe dreams, prepare to be disappointed. Yo, man, let's go talk to Abe. I'm getting this taken care of right now.
Well, that'll be quite a showdown. It certainly is an interesting time here tonight in NXT, and the same can be said for the Don and his family. To that point,
D'Angelo family intel on Dark State.
Interesting. We find out next.
The next
commercial for WWE Evolve. Still another show that I have to
tomorrow
watch eventually. That means I gotta download Tubi. Golly, they're asking me to do a lot, you know? I gotta download Tubi. But I do want to see Kylie Ray. I do like Kylie Ray. Damn. Making it difficult.
Ava, history is going to repeat itself in Vegas. I climbed to the top of that ladder and became the first champion, and I'm going to do it again. You know, this is actually perfect.
You've been here for 24 hours? Where the fuck have I been? I have not been here for 24 hours. I don't know what what you see that at. I've been here for exactly 32 minutes, buddy. 32 minutes.
The NXT title. Okay,
but how's it going, Jay Benz? Good to see you.
But over my dead body,
hopefully you're having a good weekend, buddy.
In another page of your history book. You've had your shine, and I don't care how I do it, but I'm getting mine. And if that's taking it from you, then even better.
Wow, Kalani, you finally grew a backbone. Well, guess what? The Prodigy and History Maker are synonymous, so even with this little new attitude you have,
Unfortunately, it's actually only going to be one of you in that ladder match, because both of you are in tonight's second qualifier.
Oh, nice. Roxanne Perez and Kalani Jordan.
Decision by Ava, Roxanne, Kalani, who will join Zarya in the 6-woman ladder match.
Oh, we're going to find out later on tonight, but right now, let's find out what sort of intel the D'Angelo's got on Dark State.
Dark State is a bunch of dudes running around NXT in masks, trying to scare people.
What you got for me? First on the docket, Dion Lennox. Now, Dion's a bit of a puzzle. 6'2", 248 pounds, came into NXT as this bookworm, fooling everybody. Turns out he was a linebacker for Oregon State University, 3-time team captain.
There's your one snake.
Yeah, but the kid's got a mouth. I was speaking to a few of his former teammates, and they told me that he's a hothead with a short temper. He actually broke a teammate's jaw in the locker room for missing a formation.
Jesus.
But Dion has a brain, multiple college degrees, specializing in psychology.
Manipulative and explosive.
It's a powerful duo, Don.
Yeah, well, bookworm Clark Kent my ass.
Somehow got all 4 of these guys together.
Who's this guy?
This is Osiris Griffin. 6'3", 280 pounds.
They keep getting bigger, Don.
That's right. Former ACC All-American defensive lineman from Syracuse University.
So a bunch of
155
football
tackles
players.
and 60 games played.
Jesus.
And he broke his own quarterback's ribs in a spring game. Those
Jesus,
big guys
what the
brash,
fuck?
right? But he's not just a dumb meathead. His high school coach told me that Griffin has great instincts and anticipation.
By the way,
for
if
his
you
opponent's
stuck
next
around
move.
during the ad break,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Well,
you.
we
Thank you
found
for
the
the
thinker of the group.
support.
What else you got for me?
See, I looked into Cutler James. He was a high-level wrestler from Duke.
A Duke college wrestler.
I knew I didn't like this guy. Duke.
Exactly. Academic All-American. This guy's got an unlimited gas tank. He likes breaking guys' will and spirit. T, this guy did Spartan races, carrying logs on his frickin' back, running through the mud.
All right, I seen it. Swim through ice water, walk on fire. Sir, this guy's like a wannabe John Wick, okay? These guys.
Her sister was a witch!
Good timing.
Right?
Good timing.
And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
So it looks like they got some intel on Dark
I'm
State.
wrong? Am I wrong?
My favorite Dark State running around like crazy.
Grow up, bro!
Grow up, Dark State.
Get educated.
Grow up, Dark State.
I don't know if this
We
was a
got
tag
Hank
team
and
advice
Tank
we
here
were
dressed like Pretty Deadly, and there's Pretty Deadly.
Of course it's gonna work. Look at you two. I love it. Look, as former NXT and NXT UK Tag Team Champions, we need you to listen, all right? To be stars, you need to look like stars.
Because the stars, they're bright, they glow, eh? As we know, stars, they shine.
Oh,
Shine.
yes, boy, yes, they do. Can we get a little yes, boy? Yes, boy. I'll do some shining tonight. Yes, boy.
Yes,
Look,
boy.
you're a team, right? So you need to be the team. It's like the honk honk. You can't just say honk honk. You need to feel the honk. Honk. That's tag team wrestling. You gotta feel it. You gotta.
Why is this tie a fish?
Feel it.
His tie is a fish.
I feel so. What are you feeling? In a few minutes, I feel like y'all about to get your asses kicked.
Again. I don't care what.
This is cinema, slightly joking. Yeah, this is definitely cinema.
Lead a horse to water, boy.
Hey, you still got this.
You got this.
Hank and Tank trying to get some advice from Pretty Deadly. Very interesting. Hank and Tank will be taking on Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights from No Quarter Catch Crew. Again, we're just catching up on NXT from this past Tuesday. I missed the show as we record the podcast on Tuesday. So this is my chance to catch up and see what's going on down there. Hank and Tank is underrated in my opinion. You know, wrestling is subjective. I'm kind of iffy with Hank and Tank, but if you enjoy it, you know, that's awesome.
Episode 2 comes out tomorrow.
I think
featuring
that's awesome.
undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes.
I do like Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne, though. I like No Quarter Catch Crew. I'm
having
more
this
of a,
conversation, thinking
you know,
about him.
I like
And by the
serious
way, I'm
technical
sure he's
wrestling
here right
and
now.
stuff like that as they show a preview of the next Stephanie's Places episode where she is talking to the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes.
Time you're the captain or you're the quarterback.
I caught the first
World
episode of
Wrestling
this show. Not really that bad. You know, nothing outrageous. Nothing that you need to run to your TV to watch.
I
but
get in my
it's
feelings
all right.
a bit about hating the fact that he won't see it, but
He sees it.
you said something to me at WrestleMania 39. You said, "Can you feel him?" And this is gonna sound so crazy to so many people. At WrestleMania 39, I'm under the stage, and not only did I feel like I felt him, I felt like I felt his hand, and I could smell him, and I could just a whole sensory overload.
Wow.
And I got to WrestleMania 40, and I didn't feel him. And in my mind, it's because he knew I had it.
Don't miss Cody Rhodes on an all-new episode episode of Stephanie's Places, streaming tomorrow on ESPN+.
Time for tonight's NXT Profile, presented by Progressive.
A lot of fill-in material on NXT.
Anger, rage, aggression. To much of the world, those are glaring negatives. But not to you. You were the first to see those as a strength of mine.
Finding true purpose and meaning in life, you gave me the roadmap to my new life. So now you gotta retrace those steps and find victory tonight.
You brought us all together. And look at us now. We're a family. 4 equal legs of a chair. But it's all in support of you and your efforts tonight as North American champion, representing the Culling.
I'd like to use the cliche of how much I truly admire each and every one of you and your unique skill sets, but you're all aware of how much I cherish you all. Tonight, those skills
He's like a
and those
cult
traits
leader,
I passed
Sean
along to you, that we
Spears.
passed along to each other. I'll use to vanquish Ricky Saints.
All right, here's no quarter catch through. Gonna be taking on Hank and Tank.
Making their way to the ring, representing No Quarter Catch Crew, Miles Bourne and Tavion High.
I don't know if you caught them there in the front row. Brad Baylor, Ricky Smokes, better known as Swipe right from Evolve, also part of the WWE ID talent program. You can catch Evolve each and every Wednesday on Tubi at 8 p.m. and they're getting a front row seat to some tag team action here between the NQCC, Hank and Tank, and we understand that some storms are starting to roll in. There's weather throughout the Orlando area, and it's Miles Bourne who's going to start this off, certainly looking to bring some chaos to the ring tonight.
Very impressed with what I've seen from Miles Bourne, and who takes great pride in his in-ring ability and the constant references to a young Randy Orton. But in my opinion, Miles Bourne needs to really stand on his own 2 feet. Yes, the comparisons are a great honor, but he needs to be different than. He needs to step up and get out of the shadow.
Nice drop step.
Well, you were starting to say something, Book. You agree with me?
Miles Bourne
I mean, ever since he
tags
got
in
with the
Tavion
NXT,
Heights.
he has stepped up. He needed something like this.
Whips Tanks off the ropes right into a crossface from Tavion Heights.
He's able to just catch into this submission, that being Hank. And look, looking for another victory as the NQCC, looking to also continue to build some momentum. But Book, I got to get your thoughts, because still to come is that North American Championship match, Spears Saints.
Oh my God, man, I cannot wait. You know what? The report card is still out on Ricky Saints. We're gonna see exactly what
Tank
it's all
fighting
about
out of
tonight.
the side headlock.
For a second is trying to get really
Goes for an up and over and lands in like a crossbody. That was crazy.
You might want to think about maybe some regrading, because now they've turned things around in
Here
this
comes
matchup.
Hank.
And when it comes to
Both Hank and Tank in the ring. Tavion off the ropes, takes a double boot to the midsection. Double axe handle to the back. Stomp to the fingers. Oh, that is very reminiscent of Pretty Deadly.
Take the advice of Elton and Kip.
Come on.
Look at this. This is a mockery of the most fashionable tag team in the game. These guys are wearing jerseys, for God's sake.
Turning right around, Heights swinging wildly, and there.
You got a point there.
You guys are agreeing with each other. That's a good step.
But I like Hank and Tank. These guys
Snap
coach.
mare from
These guys
Hank.
are motivated. All they need is a little bit of direction. And they
Oh shit.
Right here.
Double body splash. Goes for the cover. And only gets a 2 count there.
I was mostly upset that I got really excited that Pretty Deadly were going to come out here and grace us with their presence, and they're not, because of the disrespect of Hank and Tank. So they come out here dressed like
Frequent
schlubs,
tags
like they
from
do
Hank
each
and
every week,
Tank.
and they're no closer to greatness than they should be.
Hank off the top rope with the double axe handle to the wrenched arm.
Super crop top. Super crop, is that what you want to see these guys wearing? You want them out here in crop? Okay, well, I just was making sure. I wanted that to be on record, Graves. Just swinging wildly one more time. Oh! Heights
Whoa.
goes up over. Bourne coming in. And look at Heights. Heights was holding the top rope, which helped Miles Bourne take out Hank, who's getting beat down right in front of us.
Next level tag team synergy from the No Quarter Catch crew. That's what Hank and Tank need to take notes on. That's what Hank and Tank need to figure out. How to do what Miles and Tavion just did.
More of that. To your point there, Gravy, each passing week, gaining valuable experience, is the No Quarter Catch crew. And I also got to talk about our general manager here. She is not playing around tonight, Graves. Sorry, you're the first to qualify for the title ladder match and stand and deliver. Into the cover goes Heights. Hook of the leg and a near fall. Jordan Perez.
Hank needs to get a tag over to Tank as quick as possible here.
I think we know who Booker's going to pick on that matchup, understandably so. But Kalani Jordan was the first ever Women's North American champion. She would love to make it to the top of the mountain once again.
Kalani Jordan has all the tools like she's the first. She made history becoming the North American champion. But trust me, she's not going to slip on a banana peel. That happened again. Trust me on that.
Another clothesline, another cover, another hook of the leg, and another near fall. Much like the women that we have seen already tonight, even back in the locker room, we can talk about the tag teams here in NXT, all trying to position themselves for a championship opportunity at Stand and Deliver. You saw the altercation with Briggs, Inamura, Tyson, Tyreek. I mean, Fraxium have to be watching this entire division, Booker, very closely.
They better be watching.
Hank trying to fight out of the grip of Tavion Heights. Get a tag to Tank. Heights not letting it happen, going for a pin but only getting a 2 count. He ducks the clothesline attack and does get the Tank to Tank.
And in comes Big Tank.
Tank is going crazy. He's like on fire right now.
No doubt about it. Tank is explosive. Tank is powerful. It's just a matter of using all the tools he has.
Jesus Christ. That looked nuts.
Belly to belly toss, and then with a little extra oomph to the outside. Big right hand. And look, Graves, you're from Pittsburgh to the WWE. You had to try new things. You had to take advice. So what is this dude missing?
What does that have to do with me being from Pittsburgh?
Everything you've done, your journey, just like their journey, from the NIL program, from security guards to a tag team in NXT.
Well, they need to start dressing better first and foremost. I'm going to start calling them public school enemy.
Public school enemy, that's
pretty funny.
Fisherman.
Here we go. Wow.
Spinebuster, a fisherman spinebuster.
A big win. Just breaking things up.
I've been talking about Hank and Tank. They just need to get that hunger, man. They need to get a little bit more gritty in there. Just take it to the limit. Here we go.
Yes, boys.
Another mockery.
I mean, they're attempting to replicate some Elton. Oh, drop kick by Myers.
Replicate perfection.
You certainly can't. And the
Did he connect with that drop kick or no?
Pretty deadly for Hank and Tank, because now look at the NQCC.
Wow. What a combination move there.
And they do
NQCC gets the win.
Here are your winners, No Quarter Catch Crew.
Listen, I'll be perfectly honest. I was impressed in small doses by Hank and Tank, but nothing to match this level of impressiveness from Miles Bourne, Tavion Heights, No Quarter Catch Crew with a massive win in the tag team division. Hats off to the whole crew.
Our general manager has been busy tonight with the women's division. You gotta wonder what she's thinking about when it comes to the NXT tag team titles and the tag team division here in NXT. But we saw the
Here's
social
Trick
media
Williams.
post, and there's a man who certainly is not the same as he once was. Trick Williams is coming to the ring. What's on his mind? We find out next.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. Everybody.
Let me see if I can fast forward through this.
You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash.
Have the world famous Motorhead play your entrance.
Man, they really love Triple H.
To be is the king.
Triple H, tickets on sale now.
They really love Triple H. Here's Trick Williams coming out to the ring. He's got a new attitude, Trick Williams. He's not a happy camper. He's not a nice guy to be around. He's kind of annoyed with everything.
What? Yeah. I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Trick Williams.
Well, I know we want to have fun. I know.
That's big.
I get it.
That's that boy.
But where do you
That
think
man.
his head is at right now?
Oh, he's thinking about one thing, man. He's thinking about one thing, and that championship goal around that 34-inch waist. Oh, yes, he's chiseled and carved out of granite. And all he needs is gold, baby. Gold.
Stand and Deliver is presented by Xfinity. Stay connected to more of the WWE action you love with Wi-Fi built for streaming from Xfinity. And by Mobland, a new family crime drama from the underworld of Guy Ritchie, now streaming exclusively on Paramount+. I'd ask you how he knows Gene's size, but we're going to move on.
I had a waist like that.
All right, let's be
Once
clear.
upon a time.
Yeah, right.
Last week, I called Oba out to meet me right here in this very ring, and I ain't heard from him since. But Oba, don't get it twisted, dog. Even if you are the NXT champion, I'm still the man here at NXT. And I've been the man ever since I decided to be my own man.
Oh.
I fought for this. I sacrificed for this. I lost a brother for this. Look, I did all that just for it to become the Whoop That era. I did all that just for this to become the Trick Williams show. I know it's a CW network, but don't get it twisted. Every Tuesday, I turn it to the TW network. Oba, I am him.
Wow.
But all this success comes at a cost. I feel all the hate in the back. Y'all don't want me to shine. Y'all don't want me to be that doll. Y'all don't want me to get back to the top. But I get it now.
He understands.
Hey, nah. Hey, Trick, I'll be real.
Hold on, come out here interrupting me, dog.
Uh-oh.
And look, I know why you upset. I know what happened last week, but hey, that's collateral
That
damage,
watch
man.
on Trick Williams' wrist is
Stand and deliver.
crazy.
It's time for the grown folks to start talking.
Wow.
You know, Trick, I ain't gonna lie, I was churning about what you did last week. But then I finally realized that I understand you now. Like, Trick, let me ask you a question, bro. When did you know it was your time? That sounds familiar, don't it? Huh? I understand what spot you in right now because this time last year, you was me. When Trick Willie won the NXT championship, he became NXT's golden child. That sounds familiar too, don't it? Yeah. And just like you, bro, I want that #1 spot. But the difference between me and you is I don't need to break out of somebody's shadow to get to that #1 spot. You feel me?
Wow.
I'm ready right
Brave. Brave.
Crazy thing
Javon
is, Javon,
Evans.
you in Trick Williams' shadow right now. What you know about being the NXT champion, dog? What you know about selling the tickets, doing the media? What you know about having the brand on your back? You can't relate. What you know about being the A champion? Hey, man, look, winning the title, that's great, man. But carrying the title, defending the title, that's a whole nother ball game. And you can't hold that title like I can hold that title. I'm 1-1, believe that.
1-1. You said you 1-1? You said you A champion? Trick, you don't know who the hell you is, do you?
Damn.
Bro, you ain't Trick Williams. You Carmelo Hayes.
Damn. Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
He didn't like that. Wow.
Crazy. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Because everything that you telling me right now is everything Melo told you a year ago. And if you ask me, that makes you a damn hypocrite. So you can try to water me down to make yourself feel better. But since you want to talk about it, I've done something that no one has done, including you, and that's drop Obafemi. And then...
Uh-oh. Say his name, and you get him.
Hey, Javon, why don't you do me a favor and say all that nonsense to my face? Huh? You really think you did something there? Oh, congratulations. You dropped the ruler. Lucky shot.
Bro.
Never again.
Bro, Trick. Stop playing with me like I don't got your number, bro. Come on, hey, does anybody forget about deadline? Did you forget about deadline? Because if we want to check history, I only needed one more second to change history. You know what I mean? I only needed one more second to change history. And you would not have beat Trick for the title because I would have had it. You know what, as a matter of fact, I'll drop your ass again to become NXT champion in Las Vegas. How about that?
Ooh, better luck next year, dog.
You've talked enough.
Shut your ass up.
The champion is here now. It is my turn to speak.
Oh.
As for you, Javon, when I look at you, all I see is a small boy with big dreams and aspirations. And while you might be the future of NXT, your success will not be at the expense of the ruler at Stand and Deliver. Because whether you like it or not, Javon, you live in the present, you live in the now, and the now belongs to Oba Femi.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about, dog. Hey, listen, Stand and Deliver season, the NXT title between Oba Femi and Trick Williams. For the last time, Javon, please excuse yourself.
You know, Trick, if you spent less time talking, maybe you would still be champion right now.
Wow. Holy
But
shit.
you're not. And I can see that the both of you want a shot at the NXT championship.
All right. You know, I've seen this before, and there's only one way that this is going to end.
Triple threat
Stand
match.
and Deliver, Oba Femi will defend his NXT championship against Trick Williams. And Javon Evans in a triple threat match.
Not bad. Oh!
Trick did not like what he just heard, but that is a monumental announcement from our general manager, Ava.
Ava's had her hands full all night and making great decision after great decision. Stand and Deliver. No, guys.
All right, here come these guys.
Where are they?
Booker to your right. Dark State.
Oh, here we go.
And this time, they're not stopping at the barricade. They just pounced on the champion.
It's gonna be another massacre at the hands of the Dark State.
Javon as well. The Wolves are feasting.
Wow. Oh my God, that was crazy.
Oba Femi being manhandled.
Evans just got tossed. And
Oh. Is Trick Williams working with Dark State?
Trick is circled.
Maybe not.
Dark State cannot be stopped. And they sure as hell can't be contained.
Wow. Damn.
NXT
Wow.
is quickly falling into a dark state of mind.
Ava just standing there, not knowing what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, just let you know, another block of Twitch advertisements are coming to your screen in just a little bit. If you would like to avoid those Twitch advertisements, please consider subscribing to the Twitch channel. Hitting that subscribe button down below for $5.99 American.
I know what your next question is. Unfortunately, there's no timetable for cracked ribs. Let me ask
It's like
this.
Andre
Do you have
Chase got a
rival?
cracked rib.
Doc, I'm all alone.
Hey, Mr. Chase, hey, Doc, we got him. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mr. Chase, you're not alone. We got you. I'll take you home. Don't even worry about it. Let's go.
Come on.
Come on.
We got you, brother. Come on.
Come on.
There we go. Hey, take it easy. There you go. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice. There you go. There we go. There we go. All right, let's roll them out of here. Let's go.
You know what? Maybe you guys aren't so bad after all.
Back it up. Oh, Jada Parker and Jordan Grace are throwing down on backstage. Oh. This is crazy.
Hey, boys. Hey, clearly whatever you thought you had, you've lost it.
Nathan, why do you have to be so rude?
Well, would you rather me lie to them?
No, don't lie, but be supportive.
Hey, what's not supportive about telling them the truth so they don't, you know, further embarrass themselves?
All right, I'll say it. It might look like we have a lot. Sure, we have these titles, but sometimes I wish we had a friendship like they do.
Whoa. Thanks for the feel good, boys.
A great pep talk, I guess. I didn't mean it.
Oh, what up, champs? So look, I know we haven't met yet, but I'm Brad Baylor.
And I'm Ricky Smokes. We're Swipe Right.
Here's the deal, though. We are kind of like the hottest thing going around in WWE Evolve. And when we look at you guys, we view you as our Hardy Boys.
See, we run Evolve, you guys run NXT. Two of us want to know how we measure up with you boys, you know?
Hondos!
All right, well, me and my amigo here, we don't back down from a challenge, so you're on.
Let's go! Nice. And you must really crush it with the ladies with those accents, right?
Nice. Right.
Man, there is a lot of talent here. I'll tell you, Roxanne, she's a prodigy, but she's also a smoke show.
That's Hondos for show, bro.
I have no idea what they just said. I have no idea what those two gentlemen just said. The entire time they were talking. The entire time they were talking, I have no idea what they said. Really interesting that Roxanne Perez is still working NXT. I wonder when are they gonna integrate her into the main roster full time. I don't think she's gonna get the win here.
We'll see what our general manager says because
she's going up against Kalani Jordan.
Swipe Right next week here live on NXT. Don't tease me like that, bro. Might be a lot of hundos being thrown around, but it is Roxanne Perez,
the prodigy.
Your prodigy.
Yes. Look at the people. Everybody standing up, showing respect for Roxanne Perez, soon to be Triple Crown winner of Gas Bag.
I like Kalani Jordan, though. We all know I like to use her in my faction. She's in my faction.
And her opponent from Boynton Beach, Florida, Kalani Jordan.
Kalani Jordan, the first ever women's North American champion. Hopefully looking to get her title back, qualify for this ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Already qualified by Zarya.
It's a different Kalani Jordan, maybe not fully, completely cooked yet, but she's been more aggressive than we've ever seen in recent weeks, and I think that serves Kalani very, very well. Book, what say you?
Look, Kalani's a prodigy in her own right. She was the runner-up in the breakout tournament, second to only one Lola Vice. She definitely has the tools, and to become the first North American champion, does she still have that cloak of invincibility? We're gonna find out tonight.
Collar and elbow tie-up by Roxanne and Kalani. Pushes Kalani back into the corner.
Zarya qualified earlier. And
Not really a clean break from the women.
The women's North American title was going to be relinquished, but it was by Stephanie Vaquer. Doing so,
Side headlock takeover by Kalani Jordan. Head scissor from Roxanne.
She will defend
reversal of the head scissor by Kalani Jordan.
The backstage interaction.
Roxanne reverses the head scissor into one of her own. They're just reversing head scissors.
Until Stand and Deliver. But think about this: all of these women who have yet to cover here.
Nice bridge with the core strength from Kalani.
Even if you fail to qualify for the ladder match, you still could essentially audition yourself into an opportunity to become NXT Women's Champion.
That's a very good point. Which one of these two women will punch their ticket to Las Vegas and Stand and Deliver?
All right.
One of these two women will qualify to head to Stand and Deliver for the women's North American title that will be hanging high above the ring in a 6-woman ladder match.
Roxanne using the hair of Kalani Jordan to send her crashing to the mat. Comes off the ropes. Kalani hits a split. Roxanne hits a cartwheel. We have a little bit of a standoff.
And look, we've heard from both these women earlier tonight. You know the one woman we haven't heard from, Booker? Julia.
You know, Julia is in a very, very unique.
What a smack by Kalani Jordan.
In a blink of an eye is gone.
Arm drag. Beautiful drop kick.
Drop kick certainly would sting Roxanne and Kalani back in control. Night again started with Vaquer relinquishing the women's North American title. Our general manager, Ava, in turn announcing a 6-woman ladder match. Zarya first.
Oh, beautiful. That was cool.
Looking to be the second as Kalani Jordan into the cover in a
Kalani Jordan only gets a 2 count off that move.
Saturday in Vegas. Tickets on sale now, AXS.com.
This is where we need to see it. At this point in the matchup, the killer instinct inside Kalani Jordan. She needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal. She's got Roxanne hurt. Can she capitalize?
Roxanne trying to use the ring skirt to distract the referee, which works as she gouges the eyes of Kalani and then sends Kalani into the turnbuckle post.
Be proud, Booker. You got every reason to be.
Gotta love it, man. You know, my thing is, it's by any means necessary in situations.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Looking at cause serious damage. Oh my word! Hyperextending the left elbow. The arm. How much damage
I don't like
was
that.
just done to Kalani? And I don't know if I can look at this again, Corey.
This
you
is-
wuss. Look at Perez in this next level.
Oh my God.
Really snapping Kalani's arm.
What it's all about. How far are you willing to go?
Kalani basically has no use of her, her right arm?
And now Roxanne right on top. She has been in these sort of battles, these deep waters throughout her NXT career. She is now
Sam Perez really aggressive tonight.
trying to take Kalani out to prove a point to Jordan, to the locker room, to our general manager, into the cover, hook of the leg, and it's still not enough to qualify for Las Vegas. Both women, of course, Slammy nominated for NXT Superstar of the Year. Slammies will be live at WWE World on WWE WrestleMania Sunday from WWE World, but these women worried about Saturday and Stand and Deliver.
Right now, Roxanne Perez and Kalani Jordan are worried about the here and the now because you have to qualify to make entry into the 6-woman ladder match to crown the next North American champion.
And Perez is no stranger to ladder matches at Stand and Deliver, or winning gold for that matter. Became a 2-time women's champion last year.
Roxanne doing a really good job of working on the arm of Kalani Jordan after injuring it during that maneuver in the corner.
As we see right now, Roxanne Perez.
Kalani reverses the whip and sends Roxanne into the corner, getting a little bit of rest.
She's going to use this experience one day in the future.
Kalani goes for a small package. Doesn't get the 3 count there.
Back up, and it's Roxanne Perez who is in control at least for a moment. Nice
Drop
standing
step.
switch. Right back in.
Roll up into a roll. Doesn't get there, and Kalani goes shoulder first into the corner. What's going on, Brock? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, my man. Thank you for joining the stream.
Potentially already injured arm.
And you know that Roxanne
I'm just here watching some NXT.
bending back on that arm.
Currently catching up on NXT, watching Roxanne Perez and Kalani Jordan. Hopefully you're enjoying your weekend, buddy.
And then right to, it's an act of desperation for Kalani as she's trying to battle back in this matchup.
Roxanne got a little too comfortable, tried to get pretty. Jordan made Roxy pay, but here comes Kalani.
Kalani Jordan with those forearms are connecting.
Roxanne talking about the history she can make.
But Roxanne staying on that arm that she injured. She's working that arm that she injured very well.
She's looking to become the first ever 2-time women's North
Hammer
American
lock.
champion, but a nice
Suplex. Very nicely done. Deep cover, but only gets a 2 count. Oh, back from commercial break. Kalani got a lifter DDT, but only gets a 2 count on that.
At the last moment. Wow. Look, what a matchup this has been. Corey, take another look.
Unique offense, a modified DDT from Kalani Jordan. Very nearly put Perez away, but as we know, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Qualifying matches will continue over the next 2 weeks, and you got to wonder what Ava is looking at when she's selecting superstars. Is it a
Nice
body
arm
of
drag
work?
reversal by
Is it a
Roxanne.
win-loss record? We know the resume of the Prodigy. We know the resume of Kalani.
Roll up from Kalani, fighting the aggression from Roxanne. Goes for a soul butt kick, does Roxanne, but Kalani catches it.
The North American title. Oh, Kalani Jordan may be capturing Vaquer's eye for stand and deliver at this point. Same could be said for Perez. Stephanie's choice.
Looking for that one.
Split leg and moonsault, but nobody there as Roxanne moves out of the way.
Had it scouted.
Roxanne coming off the ropes. That cartwheel knee strike, a la Mako Satomura.
To become the second to qualify.
And Kalani kicks out.
Fall. How the hell did Kalani kick out?
Guess is as good as mine. Right on point, the knee of Perez right across the base of Kalani's skull.
Give a quick shout out to my boy Brock who's here. Go ahead and give him a follow. Great guy, great streamer, excellent Fortnite player, a lot of fun. Go show him some love.
And Roxanne may be regretting what she just
looks
did.
like Roxanne woke up a monster in Kalani.
Offensive flurry shot down.
Roxanne coming off the ropes, going for pop rocks, overshot the setup. Kalani holding on to the ropes.
To the knee.
Kicked out the knee. Nice basement DDT. Kalani showing some ring IQ. Split-legged moonsault. Kalani Jordan gets the win. Wow. Shout out to Kalani Jordan.
Wow. What an upset.
Wow.
Booker speechless.
The second attempt would prove successful for Kalani Jordan. The one-of-a-kind moonsault. Shocking Roxanne Perez, and dare I say, the NXT universe.
Well, there is Kalani, who's looking at the title.
Kalani Jordan, along with Zaria, qualifies for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver to crown the next Women's North American Champion. The former Women's North American Champion, Stephanie Vaquer, relinquished the title as she could not hold up her end of the bargain as a double champion. And just wants to focus on the NXT Women's Championship.
I had no idea they were even showing up.
You could deal with them tomorrow night on Tubi, okay, Stevie? Let's talk about Stand and Deliver. All right, triple threat match for the NXT title, ladder match to declare a new Women's North American Champion. I mean, Stephanie gets to pick her opponent.
Look, Rob, all of that is great, okay? But right now, my focus is Dark State. You guys have seen what they've done for the past couple of weeks, what they did tonight. I mean, trying to intimidate me? No, that's not gonna work. I'm over it. They keep saying they don't want to wait. Fine. 6-man tag next week. They could pick who competes.
Well, who are their opponents gonna be?
The main event of Stand and Deliver. Obafemi, Javon Evans, Trick Williams.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's huge.
Ricky Sainz, tonight you have your first ever NXT Championship opportunity against the North American champion, Shawn Spears. The last time we saw you, he blindsided you, and
come on. You see this chiseled jaw? It's gonna take a lot more than that to put me out. If anything, it lit a fire under me. Shawn, you wanna talk about history. You wanna talk about the past as if you know me. You don't know nothing, Jack. I'm not worried about no past. I'm worried about the future, and you're looking at him. The future says that I'm gonna be dripped out in gold tonight. You took a very long time to even taste glory. Whereas I'm gonna do it in record time when I marry Destiny. You and everybody else will really see that the revolution is indeed televised because Ricky Sainz is gonna be the new North American champion tonight.
good luck. Ricky Sainz versus
man,
Shawn
that boy
Spears
cut
in
a
a main
promo.
event coming up next.
What are you talking about? I have my qualifier next week, but we're still gonna be
Nice
cool,
people
right?
finish last, ain't that right, Soul?
Okay, just stop, Kalani. You are not gonna drive a wedge between Saruka.
Zaruka.
Saruka. You like it?
You know what? I don't mind it.
I know you love it. So stay and deliver.
Right. This is what we're
Hey, what y'all thought y'all had it figured out? Hey, Cuddy, talk to their head.
No one knows how Darkseid's gonna move, and no one knows when Darkseid's gonna strike. But there's one thing you should know: no one is safe.
Hey, but you ain't give us no match. We forced your hand. We got the whole locker room looking over their shoulder for us. Hey, giving us a match against the 3 top dogs in NXT? Hey, that sounds like war to us. Come on. Hey, but is Tony D gonna be watching or what? That's a good question. Yo, them D'Angelo's doing all they can to find out who Dark State is. But Dark State real simple, man. 4 man, 1 goal, and next week, we finna take off. Ain't that right? That's right.
Well, the main event of Stand and Deliver will team up next week to take on 3 members of Dark State. Who will they face? Will they survive? Will they make it to Vegas? 6-man tag team match next week live here on NXT.
Both of these women have designs on becoming NXT
Nice,
Women's
Jordan
Champion
Grace and Jada Parker next week as well.
Next week, Jordan Grace
Good stuff.
will go one-on-one with Ms. Parker.
That's all going down next week here on NXT. It's main event time with championship gold on the line.
This is the revolution.
See, they kind of workshopped his theme.
We had him on commentary last week. We've all seen the social media chatter. You see the NXT universe on their feet. But Graves, what makes the challenger special in your opinion?
I don't remember the last time a superstar arrived with this much hype behind him as Ricky Saints has, turning the sports entertainment industry upside down with his arrival.
Yeah, I like what he does.
But
It's
a
great.
what have you done for me lately business. Saints has the eyes of the universe on him. Can he get the job done and make everyone believe? Booker, you said to me earlier today, the jury's still out in your opinion on this young man.
I'm confused. We've seen 1 tag match, we've seen 1 singles match, and now he's getting a shot at the North American Championship. What the hell?
What the hell?
Bringing it to light.
What the hell are you talking about, dude? What was it seems like NXT really loves to do this cult leader stuff. They had the same thing going when they had Joe Gacy, and he had his little cult. Sanity, kind of like a cult. The Wyatt family, kind of like a cult.
Referring to the rest of the culling, but you cannot forget, you cannot look past the fact that Shawn Spears has been in this game for a long time. Spears knows every trick in the book and then some. Ricky Saints has definitely got his work cut out for him tonight in the form of Spears and the culling.
We see the North American champion flanked by Izzy Dame, Nico Vance, and Brooks Jensen. 3 individuals that he calls not only the culling, but his family. The challenger's set on winning gold as we go up to our ring announcer, Mike Rome.
Looks like he's about to whip you up a hell of an old-fashioned.
The following contest, scheduled for 1 fall, is for the NXT North American Championship! Introducing the challenger from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 200 pounds, Ricky Saints!
Had to get that bot out of here.
And his opponent from Niagara Falls, weighing in at 223 pounds, representing the culling. He is the NXT North American Champion, Shawn Spears!
Oh, to be honest, after this matchup and when Booker short-circuited earlier, he might need an old-fashioned by the end of the night. But Book, when you take a look at this match, you truly believe someone like the challenger doesn't hasn't earned a title match? I mean, he defeated Ridge Holland.
Of course he haven't earned a shot, but that's the way the old ball bounce. Sometimes he's in this spot right now. He's in this position. Let's see if he takes advantage of it. Sean Spears, trust me, if he catches that moment, he's going to take advantage of it.
Sean Spears goes to the outside, doesn't have any interest in starting this match off. Ricky Saints, though.
And Ricky going right at him.
Right at him.
History with each other. It goes back a long time. They ran in the same circles. They got the same friends. But Ricky Saints don't give a damn about Sean Spears. He's here to whoop ass and win a title.
Fight just broke out, guys. Fight just broke out.
And I want to let you know, if Saints wins, he will break Ethan Page's record for the fastest to win a title from debuting here in NXT by nearly a week. And Book, you know that's not going to sit well with Page or his ego.
Ethan Page, he earned this shot.
Hey, he still got the drop kick off. Ricky Saints, beautiful drop kick. Takes Sean Spears to the corner, hitting him with some live rounds. Wow, that was a hard strike.
Saints has the opportunity and looks to make the most of it. If Saints becomes North American champion tonight, you yourself, Booker, are going to have no choice but to believe.
Look, I'm going to have egg all over my face if Saints win this match tonight. Like I said, report card is not
Spears saw Saints coming off the apron, hits him with the kick to the midsection. Saints reverses whatever Sean Spears is planning on doing into a backdrop on the outside.
By Spears' remarks about his past last week.
I'm going to say, he's a very, very confident guy. He has a lot of charisma. Right now, he's looking really, really good. But can he sustain it? That's the question.
He's strutting, and he's just dropped the North American champion.
That lady was giggling.
It's been all
He's got that lady flustered.
That's walking out tonight with gold.
Yo. Ricky Saints had that lady flustered. Back from commercial. Sean Spears is taking over control of this match.
Sean Spears champion for 28 days. Ricky Saints looking to win the title, a title, faster than anyone else from debuting here in NXT. But it has been all Sean Spears.
Spears was able to weather the early storm from the challenger, and Spears has focused his attack on the move back of Ricky Saints, and now we're going to get
Sean
to see
Spears
how
now
ruthless
mounted
the North
on
American champion can
Ricky
truly be.
Saints, clobbering him with some punches.
It's time to look at tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive. You know, Booker, when it comes to the champion, why does Spears feel he is the one that needs to rid NXT of Ricky Saints?
Spears, scoop slam.
Because Ricky Saints, he shows up and he's doing something that everybody else thinks about when they show up, and that's taking a spot in the spot of one North American champion, Sean Spears. But damn it, it ain't about to happen here tonight. That's what Sean Spears is talking about.
Oh, this time it was the champion who took a little bit too much time, and now it's Saints starting to swing away, and it's the challenger who's starting to fire back in this matchup. All the way to the tippy top.
See Ricky Saints wincing as he attempted to put that front face lock on, perhaps for a suplex. The lower back clearly bothering the challenger.
These two hanging precarious position. I've just been told that when it comes to next week, Inamura wanted Wesley tonight. We learned that he will get Wesley next week. Championship is on the line. Challenger now looking for a
Ricky Saints looking for a superplex. Oh shit! Turned it into a jackhammer almost. Golly, that looked crazy. That looked nuts. He like reversed it into a jackhammer. I've never seen anybody do a jackhammer from that part of the ring before. Crowd must be saying something bad.
Jackhammer from the top, but Spears desperately finding his way back to the challenger.
And when it comes to the challenger, you think about his past, the way he speaks about the hardships. He sees when things seem to be shattering, they're actually falling into place. And for Saints, he's trying to fight through everything right now in this moment.
Can he do it? That's the question, Vic.
Reversal of the whip. Saints comes out of the corner firing a clothesline, hits a second one, ducks an attack, hits a drop kick.
Kick dropping the champion. Challenger, bam, right back
Running
in.
back splash.
And Saints now A little extra off the top.
Goes for a tornado DDT.
Spears.
Countered, but it hits a spine buster. And Spears coming out of the corner. Ricky Saints
needed that.
got the crowd fired up.
And it looks like it has arrived, but
He may have been looking for Rochambeau right there. Spears wisely, to his credit, getting the hell out of Dodge. And now again, spill into the outside. Uh-oh. This time, the tornado DDT hit.
Can't win it out there, though, guys.
You're right about that, Book. The onus is now on the challenger to get the champion back inside of the ring. Title only changes hands by pinfall and submission.
And Saints knows that. He gets the champion.
Nico Vance.
Uh-oh.
Is he Dave with the title?
Oh, they're cheating. He's cheating.
Mitchell didn't see it because of Vance. And Saints
Ricky Saints kicks out, though. He's not going to let him.
Kicks out. Look at this.
Vance is beside himself. The distraction didn't pay off. Look at this. Izzy Dane from the outside gives Spears the gold. Tattoos Ricky Saints between the eyes, and somehow Saints survives.
NXT Universe rattling the WWE Performance Center. The main event. Just
You made me do this. You made me.
John Spears screaming out, "You made me do this." Looking for that C4 to put away Ricky Saints. Here tonight, Saints slipping down, able to counter. Up goes Spears. C4 to Sean Spears.
He took his move.
Jensen, he's about to get
Brooks Jensen gets dumped in the ring. Nico Vance gets dumped out to the floor.
Jensen out. Saints with him.
Ricky Saints on fire, man. Oh, shit, what a spear.
Look into the eyes of the challenger. Spears wants him. Saints is marching in. Saints, bam, spear. Call for it. Hit it. Lock it in. Row. Sham. Bow.
Ricky Saints has won the North American Championship.
Here's your winner and the new NXT
That's crazy.
American Champion, Ricky Saints.
He not only beat the champion, he beat everybody in the culling to put gold around his waist.
You can see the emotion on Ricky Saints' face. There were tears in his eyes for a moment because the journey just took the next step. It all just
Damn, man.
became real for Ricky Saints.
Let's go back, Graves, to exactly how he accomplished his golden feat.
Against all odds, surviving a shot with the North American Championship right in the face. And Spears began to unravel right here. Spears called in Saints, get blasted with a spear. And the Rochambeau and new North American champion. The revolution has arrived in NXT.
And listen to the NXT Universe.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Page.
Ethan Page just hit the ring.
That damn egomaniac with his twisted grin just stole the smile off the face of everyone in the NXT Universe. And Page just stole the spotlight from Ricky Saints.
Tony fumbled chance is crazy. All right, let's get out of here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to fire up the AEW Collision and then get started for that. Give me 1 second, guys. Be right back.
What in the hell is wrong with you, Flair? Where have you been? What in the hell are you Flair!
Hello?
What is wrong with you? Are you on goofball pills or something? What are you talking about? Get your ass in here. You mad about what I said to Sting? Do you understand what's going on out there? Oh, God. Where's the love? No. I got Sting covered. I own that little punk. I'm 1,501 against him, maybe 1,502. What are the chances of him beating me? Where's the love? Where's the love? Calm down. We're the two greatest wrestlers that ever lived. He should be dead. I stood over him and I crucified him in the center of the ring. He should be dead. Do you understand? Well, maybe he's a cat with 9 lives, but he ain't got 10. I own Sting. In this business, you got some guys' numbers, and some numbers you got some guys' numbers you don't have. I got Sting's number. You see him out there? He's shaking like a rat. Shut up, Rick. He's gone. Nature Boy, I will kick his ass. Well, let me tell you something. Look at the sheep. Look at the abs. Okay. Holy shit, I'm ready to go. Okay. Let me tell you about the plan. I'll call you on the cell phone. Same number? You don't want a problem with me, Rick. No, I don't. You don't want a problem with me. Because I will never wrestle that man. I love this business. I just want to have a good time. Please, I love you. Calm down. I love you. I got Sting. Don't worry. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Jesus. Hey, all right, the Hulkamania. What in the hell is wrong with you, Flair? Where have you been? What in the hell are you doing? Flair! Hello? What is wrong with you? Are you on goofball pills or something? What are you talking about? Get your ass in here. You mad about what I said to Sting? Do you understand what's going on out there? Oh, God. Where's the love? No. I got Sting covered. I own that little punk. I'm 1,501 against him, maybe 1,502. What are the chances of him beating me? Where's the love? Where's the love? Calm down. We're the two greatest wrestlers that ever lived. He should be dead. I stood over him and I crucified him in the center of the ring. He should be dead. Do you understand? Well, maybe he's a cat with 9 lives, but he ain't got 10. I own Sting. In this business, you got some guys' numbers, and some numbers you got some guys' numbers you don't have. I got Sting's number. You see him out there? He's shaking like a rat. Shut up, Rick. He's gone. Nature Boy, I will kick his ass. Well, let me tell you something. Look at the sheep. Look at the abs. Okay. Holy shit, I'm ready to go. Okay. Let me tell you about the plan. I'll call you on the cell phone. Same number? You don't want a problem with me, Rick. No, I don't. You don't want a problem with me. Because I will never wrestle that man. I love this business. I just want to have a good time. Please, I love you. Calm down. I love you. I got Sting. Don't worry. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Jesus. Hey, all right, the Hulkamania. What in the hell is wrong with you, Flair? Where have you been? What in the hell are you doing? Flair! Hello? What is wrong with you? Are you on goofball pills or something? What are you talking about? Get your ass in here. You mad about what I said to Sting? Do you understand what's going on out there? Oh, God. Where's the love? No. I got Sting covered. I own that little punk. I'm 1,501 against him, maybe 1,502. What are the chances of him beating me? Where's the love? Where's the love? Calm down. We're the two greatest wrestlers that ever lived. He should be dead. I stood over him and I crucified him in the center of the ring. He should be dead. Do you understand? Well, maybe he's a cat with 9 lives, but he ain't got 10. I own Sting. In this business, you got some guys' numbers, and some numbers you got some guys' numbers you don't have. I got Sting's number. You see him out there? He's shaking like a rat. Shut up, Rick. He's gone. Nature Boy, I will kick his ass. Well, let me tell you something. Look at the sheep. Look at the abs. Okay. Holy shit, I'm ready to go. Okay. Let me tell you.
All right, I'm back, ready for AEW Collision, the second half of this stream. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, for the first portion, which was NXT Collision. I got my shows mixed up. Just to let you know, before AEW Collision begins, let's get through all the particulars. and talk about the latest episode of the podcast. You can find that there. That is the latest episode of the Ringside Rundown podcast, which is basically what this is, a podcast about pro wrestling. And this is where I watch pro wrestling and all that other stuff. But that is the latest episode of the podcast. You can find it there on Spotify, but it is available wherever you listen to podcasts. All you got to do is search Ringside Rundown and then hit the follow button or the subscribe button. And once you do that, that means you'll never miss a notification for an episode of the Ringside Rundown podcast. The latest episode is us, myself, and my co-host Shay Hickson talking about AEW Dynasty, giving our predictions for the pay-per-view tomorrow, which we're going to be watching in Discord, but also talking about the build-up to WrestleMania. A lot of things that we talked about on WrestleMania, especially like the situation with the Women's World Championship and Io Sky being the champion, whether or not she's going to be taking on Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, both of them, triple threat situation. We don't know. Plus, we talk about the other matches on the card. I can't wait for next week's episode of the Ringside Rundown because we're definitely going to be talking about that confrontation, that face-to-face between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton that went down on SmackDown last night. That was something. That was crazy, but we'll definitely be talking about that on the podcast as well. So hopefully you guys check that out. If you don't have a platform that you use to listen to the podcast, you can also check out the episode on YouTube. There's the YouTube link. I just got to watch that segment before I jumped on here. Wow, that was uncomfortable. Yeah, that is putting it mildly. Uncomfortable is putting it mildly for sure. They apparently went off script, which I want to know who was the one that initiated going off script, because whoever that was, kind of unprofessional to go off script like that. Do you think Tiffany jumped out of the ring for fear Charlotte was going to give her a beat down legit? I don't know. Here's the thing. Like I was talking about it with Shay earlier in the DMs, and this is what I said. I said, there's no possible way that anybody in the WWE let Tiffany Stratton go out there and just fully unload the clip on Charlotte Flair for that promo segment. They probably said, okay, you can get one line in about her crying on the talk show or whatever like that, and you can go with that and that give it a sense of realism, and everybody will be like, ooh, but Tiffany ended up unloading the clip. It didn't help that Charlotte made things look a lot worse. Charlotte has this problem whenever she's getting upstage. She literally loses. That was hard to watch, but the problem is Charlotte didn't do herself any favors, man. You have to be able to, if you can't control the crowd, you have to be able to control yourself. And you have to be able to control the moment. And Charlotte was not able to do that. Anytime she took a breath or she acknowledged the fact that the crowd was not being favorable towards her, you know, they just went even harder. You know? Here's Kyle Fletcher. Did you know Kyle Fletcher is a Twitch streamer? I found out Kyle Fletcher is a Twitch streamer.
No doubt Kyle Fletcher has to be considered one of the most improved, if not one of the most dominant wrestlers we have in AEW right now. Let's go back to the ring.
Joining him from Osaka, Japan, weighing 232 pounds, Konosuke Takeshita.
I'm sure the Tip Flair segment made Jeff an even bigger fan of Flair. It probably made him a really huge fan of Tiffany Stratton, to be honest. If we're being real, probably made him a fan of Stratton big time. I don't know, it just, It was just really odd that Tiffany was able to command that segment. She, like I said, there's no fucking way they let Tiffany Stratton go out there and they approved all of those lines. There's no way. They probably said, yeah, make fun of her going out into that talk show and crying and whatnot, but don't bring up the fact that she's getting a divorce. Don't bring up the fact that she's 0-3 getting divorced. Don't bring up the fact that she's basically mirroring her father. And don't bring up the fact that she was once an alcoholic. Like, Tiffany Stratton went crazy in that segment. She was mentioning everything.
And their opponents, first from East Palo Alto, California, weighing 270 pounds, Powerhouse Hobbs.
So we got Powerhouse Hobbs. I believe he's teaming up with Tomohiro Ishii to take on Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita.
Hobbs is a bully, in my opinion. I know he bullied me when he was in the family. He bullied you in the family? He bullied me. And this is what he's doing.
Yeah, he was definitely giddy watching that segment. I was flabbergasted. That's the only way I can put it. I was flabbergasted at the amount of drama that was coming from that segment. It was very catty. Catty is very uncomfortable.
Partner is going to be for Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, no.
Go ahead and gamble your channel points, ladies and gentlemen.
And his partner, accompanied by Rocky Azuka Romero, from Kanagawa, Japan, weighing 220 pounds, the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii.
Over 2,600 matches in his career. Former Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Tonight might be his last match. Why would you say that? Well, because we make money when we put people out. And
it went from zero to the throat and seeing the Hey, wait a minute.
Takeshita has to have a lot of respect for Ishii. He has zero respect for
All right,
Ishii.
so we have
Because Ishii
Takeshita Fletcher taking on Powerhouse Hobbs, Tomohiro Ishii.
Well, as we head towards the Owen Hart men's
Looks
tournament.
like we're starting it off with Ishii. Ishii calling out Takeshita,
in the ring.
saying he's stupid fuck.
Look at Hobbs
Come
over
and
there
get
just
this
hanging
work.
out in the corner. He is such a degenerate. I was going to mention you've got
We're
Kyle
starting off
Fletcher
with Takeshita and Ishii. Takeshita takes a shove from Ishii and gives him one right back.
Tournament goes on.
Both men coming off the ropes, going for a shoulder block. Nobody moves. Shoulder block. Nobody moves. Shoulder block. Nobody moves. Forearm. 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 Forearm.
Doing strikes with Ishii. Okay. He's got a head like a cinder block, and he's built like a fire hydrant. He absorbs punishment. I actually think sometimes he gains energy from it. So you're saying this is the wrong tack for your saw here.
Forearm. Jesus
Sometimes
Christ.
emotions get the best of wrestlers. Right? Shoulder tackle. Takeshita had a steam.
Off the ropes with the shoulder blocks.
Trying to get the advantage. Trying to get the momentum. Drop him.
Big boot from Takeshita. Reversal of the whip. Shoulder block. Shoulder block. Takeshita goes down. Ishii goes down from a shoulder block. Shoulder block, nobody goes down. Power up. Shoulder block, and both men go down. This is fucking insane. This is nuts. Ishii is shaped like a fucking fridge. Yeah, I take Ishii's body over Jericho's body though. Ishii's problem is he doesn't have a neck.
Well, I can't argue with that. Tag is made, and here he comes. And here comes
Kyle Fletcher gets tagged in, and so does Powerhouse Hobbs. Fletcher looking a little.
Fletcher, he seemed very reluctant to get
Yeah,
in the
he's
ring.
very reluctant. That's a very good word to use there. He's very reluctant to get in the ring versus Hobbs.
I do understand that. Fans, reminder, coming up June 4th, they have an epic 4-hour live television special. AEW Fighter Fest live from Denver. Go to AEWTIX.com for more. And
Once again, it was nice to discover that Kyle Fletcher is one of us. He's a Twitch streamer. You can follow him on Twitch at twitch.tv/KyleFletcherPro.
Listen, I'm excited because
he was playing some Call of Duty,
we're going to have Kyle, the Protostar
shooting the
Fletcher
guns and stuff like that.
Briscoe in the first bracket of the Owen, and I'm pumped because I can't
Is that
stand
Brock
Briscoe.
Lesnar dork fan in the front row next to the orange shirt fan? I gotta see. No, that is not him.
With Mark Briscoe Briscoe's won 2 of them.
Brock Lesnar guy was actually on SmackDown last night. He was in the front row behind commentary with Chris Van Vliet. Chris Van Vliet.
Okay. Don, why are you so vicious? I'm giving you stats here.
Because I know what you do. You try to get me to say something incriminating out here.
Powerhouse Hobbs with the double bicep pose.
I'm not a fan of Will Hobbs. I tried to help Will Hobbs. He didn't want my help.
Yeah, he was with Chris Van Vliet.
I think Will Hobbs knew what he was getting into with you.
Oh, shit. What a boot from Fletcher.
The big foot that time by Kyle Fletcher.
Fletcher stomping a mud hole in Powerhouse Hobbs.
Stomping. No one in the family appreciates what Hobbs did when he walked away. And we're going to take it out on him today.
Well, right now, looking pretty good.
Oh, Kyle Fletcher went for a DDT, but only he went down.
Hobbs is like an oak tree.
DDT didn't work out well for him.
The knee throws Fletcher back to a neutral corner.
Ooh, body shots.
Here's the problem.
Fletcher tried covering up the dome. That didn't work.
Allowing him to manhandle the Protostar.
Well, I don't agree with that at all. I think Bryce has always been very brave and always called it down the middle.
He's a stooge.
Here's the double team as she
Isn't it
is
interesting? TK has Jalisco and Rouge on Collision tonight. Ray Phoenix and Penta want their brothers on WWE.
This is just our opening match tonight. And of course, Dynasty is coming tomorrow night.
I don't know. I know, they already have Dragon Lee. Thank you for doing the check-in, by the way.
He's watching this.
They already have Dragon Lee.
Because anything that happens to
I don't know. They're just not doing much for him. I don't know if Jalisco and Roosh would be a fit in WWE, but, might as well.
They should disqualify Romero.
Might as well grab them up if you have the chance. Big boot from Takeshita sends Powerhouse Hobbs to the outside. Takeshita and Fletcher double teaming on Ishii with a double shoulder block and a double bicep pose. Very reminiscent of the Outrunners, Mike's favorite tag team.
And streaming on Max.
All right, we're going to commercial or picture. Shut up, Burger King ad. While we're in picture, come check me out on TikTok if you like short form content and me making jokes and all that other stuff on the Twitch streams. I posted up on the TikTok and all the other short form content places like Instagram. Also, I already plugged the YouTube channel, but we're going to do it again. I'm also multi-streaming on YouTube. So if you want to help me out over on YouTube, go to that link right there. Check out the live stream. It's exactly the same live stream. Drop a like on it if you can, because the more likes on it, the more the algorithm pushes it out. Like, oh, maybe people will be interested in this shit. And then they'll check it out and they'll love me and then they'll come hang out with us and we'll have a bunch of fun. I dropped a like. Be cool like Mike and drop a like. There you go. What a rhyme. Be cool like Mike and drop a like. I like it. I like it. Anyway, just to let you guys know, if you're a Twitch sub or a moderator, tomorrow we'll be in Discord only watching the AEW Dynasty pay-per-view. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're looking for a reason to watch AEW Dynasty, but you don't feel like dropping $50 on it, it is available for you for the low cost of a Twitch subscription, which in the United States is $5.99. In Canada, it's $8.95. And in the UK, it's £6.49. It is available there for you, and you can come hang out, watch it in Discord. Don't worry, in Discord, it's 1080p, 60 frames, so it's crystal clear, no bootleg stuff. The link works fine because I actually order the pay-per-view, so it's like the legal, legit link. It's not any of the illegal sites or anything like that, so you're not going to get any stuttering, any buffering, at least not on my end. Not on my end. Only on your end if that happens. Definitely not on my end. I got good internet. I paid for the pay-per-view, and I pay for Discord so that way I could stream it in 1080 60p. So come join us as we head back to the action. Totally worth the subscription. Listen to what Mike says. Mike is a longtime subscriber, and he can tell you it is worth the subscription price to come hang out and watch AEW pay-per-views with us.
Let's talk about what he did afterwards, Don. Double team sitting.
I forgot. I also have to DM Shay the other matches that are on the card, so that way she can give me her prediction.
That's Kyle Fletcher.
Takeshita and Ishii back in the ring doing battle. Ishii reverses the whip off the ropes, ducks the attack, but Takeshita catches him with the forearm.
Ishii goes down to one knee.
Looks like he's going to suplex him. Ishii reverses the suplex. Nicely done by Ishii.
Your man's in trouble, Don.
He is. There's no doubt about it.
Ishii should maybe get a tag to Powerhouse Hobbs. We got Rocky Romero Asuka outside.
So do the fans.
Hobbs is a spot picker. He loves this because my man
Hobbs gets the tag in. Hits Takeshita with the clothesline. Hits Fletcher with the clothesline. Same for Takeshita. Same for Fletcher again. Both try to double team Hobbs. Shoot him off the ropes. Goes for a double clothesline. He breaks the line, hits them both with a flying clothesline and taking them both down at the same time. Let's go, Powerhouse Hobbs.
He's feeling it.
Hobbs is incredibly strong, but he's also got very long arms, gives him great leverage for his power moves.
Hobbs cooking. He's on fire.
As we mentioned, the Owen Hart Men's Tournament begins tomorrow.
Straps it down. You know what that means. Business.
Mark Briscoe in the first round. Brody King to Takeshita in the first round. Pick up. Whoa.
A Hobbs bottom.
Rolls out of the way smartly.
A Hobbs bottom.
Right now, Powerhouse Hobbs a one-man.
Is everyone ready for 5.5 hours of Dynasty tomorrow? The show, you know, will start at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday. We most likely will not end the stream until early Monday morning. You're right. It'll probably go until about midnight. But we're used to it. You know, like I said, if you want to come hang out with us and watch the show, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. Once you hit that subscribe button, a special section that is only available for Twitch subs and Twitch moderators opens up in our Discord. Nobody else can see it unless you're a Twitch sub or a Twitch moderator. That's the only way you can see this section of the Discord. Once you subscribe to the channel, it opens up for you, and then you can get all the information. I haven't done the Discord invite for Dynasty, but I'll do that after the stream tonight. I got a couple other things to do, and we'll get it together.
What is this now?
What a German from Ishii.
A German suplex.
I'll be there for a lot of the pay-per-view, but I'll be missing likely an hour to watch the season finale of White Lotus with the missus. Oh, half and halfer.
Snapped him off that time.
Everybody really loves that White Lotus show. Is it as good as everybody says it is?
It's sending Hobbs reeling out of the ring.
I never really checked it out. Is it as good as everybody says it is?
From Fletcher. Some teamwork here, Don. You got to be
double big boot in the corner for Ishii from Takeshita and Fletcher.
And now, Ishii is.
They're going to hit some double team maneuvers.
In trouble.
This looks dangerous.
Oh, my God. With blood coming from the nose.
Whoa, Rana. Kyle Fletcher lands on his fucking tailbone. That looked like it hurt. It's just rich people being awful. Good commentary on human nature. Okay. All right, maybe I'll check it out. Big power slam.
Power slam.
Kyle Fletcher off the ropes, spinning power slam from Hobbs. Ishii coming off the ropes with the sliding lariat. The Stone Pitbull taking out the Proto Star. He's going to lift Kyle Fletcher up. Kyle Fletcher not letting it happen. Oh my fuck, what a headbutt and a clothesline.
Next Saturday is a cover.
Christ.
1, 2, got a 2 count.
If you have an Amazon Prime Video subscription, does that cover the Twitch subscription fee? If you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account, and then that'll give you a Twitch Prime sub that you can use on any streamer for the next 30 days. So all you have to do is just link your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account, and then you'll get a free Twitch Prime sub to use.
Kick out, but Hobbs was on his way in.
And that'll also cover your Twitch sub access to the Discord, and you'll be able to get in. The only thing is, you have to make sure that your Discord is also linked to your Twitch, because I don't automate the subscription section of the Discord. Twitch does that, so you have to make sure that your Twitch account is also linked to your Discord for that to happen. What a lariat from Kyle Fletcher, but Ishii no-sells it, gets right back up. Oh! Super kick to the face. Ishii's busted open. Oh! What a tombstone.
He's not done. Proto driver.
Oh! Sheer drop brainbuster. What a sequence from the Proto Star. Yeah. If you link your Twitch with your Amazon, they give you a subscription that you can use on any streamer for the next 30 days. And if you so happen to use it on me, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying that you have to, but if you do use it on me, it does give you access to the secret section of our Discord. You knew better than to sit on Ishii's face on the pin, and you paid for it down the road. Yeah, you don't want to disrespect the Stone Pitbull. You don't want to disrespect the Stone Pitbull, but once again, shout out to Kyle Fletcher. One of us. Go give him a follow. Twitch.tv/Kyle Fletcher Pro. Oh, here's a recap of that mixed tornado tag match between Swerve and Willow and Moxley and Marina Shafir. Shout out to the ladies who got me another big time clip that went crazy on Facebook. Anytime I post anything from AEW on Facebook, man, they come out of the woodwork. They come out of the woodwork waiting to comment on it, man. It's crazy. I follow his stream if Sky Blue is making regular appearances on Kyle's stream. Maybe she does. I don't know. Maybe she does. I was only able to catch it that first time I found out. Yeah, exactly. Bonk yourself. I was only able to find out from that first stream that he actually streams. He was streaming some Call of Duty.
It's still talked about today.
I tried to find as many streamers to add to that one section of the Discord that I keep a list of all wrestlers that actually stream. So I don't know if you know this, but in the Discord, there is a channel that says wrestlers who stream. And there are a lot of wrestlers who stream, both from WWE and AEW. So if you're ever looking for more streamers to follow, that's always there for you to check out. Plus, if you know any other wrestlers that do stream that are not listed there, I try to keep it current. It's got everybody. Adam Cole streams on the regular basis. Johnny Gargano streams every once in a while. Kenny Omega used to stream regularly, but he hasn't streamed regularly in quite a while. Mia Yim streams quite regularly. So does Shayna Baszler. They stream quite frequently, sometimes together. So a lot of wrestlers in both AEW and WWE stream. You know what wrestler I wish would get back into streaming? AJ Styles. AJ Styles had a really active Twitch channel. And then there was that one verdict where they told WWE wrestlers they couldn't stream, and then he stopped streaming, and then when they said, okay, you can stream again, he never quite picked it back up. So I wish AJ Styles would get back into streaming. What are your thoughts on the Wise Man turning on Roman? And now that CM Punk is a client of the Wise Man, does the Wise Man leave Mania with CM Punk, Roman, or Rollins? I don't necessarily think that he turned his back on, or like he turned on Roman. I honestly just see it as he's honoring his favor. He made the favor. He asked Punk, hey Punk, if you help us out with this War Game situation, I will owe you a favor. And Punk says, okay, I'll do that. And he's just holding up his end of the bargain. You know, I don't really necessarily think that he's turning on everybody. I just think he's being a man of his word, which is something that is unlike Paul Heyman if you think about his history in the wrestling business. But I didn't really know what to think of it in terms of if anything was going to come of it other than he's going to be in CM Punk's corner. But my brother had a good theory. And my brother says that he's going to screw over Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and leave with Seth Rollins. So I don't know if you guys see that happening, but we shall see. I'm in an advertisement. Okay, don't worry. We'll be right back. Just 1 sec. We got 20 seconds left on the last advertisement. This is a good commercial spot too, so shit, really works out well. Hey, if you stuck around for the advertisements, thank you very much for supporting the channel. This is one way you could support the channel if you can't subscribe. Thank you very much. But to answer your question, Jason, I don't necessarily see it as he's turned on Roman Reigns. He's just a man honoring his word, honoring his bet that he made or his favor that he made to CM Punk. And he said, CM Punk, if you please help us out in this War Game situation, I will be forever indebted to you and do whatever you asked. And CM Punk just took advantage of this. I don't see it necessarily leading to any sort of nefarious thing, but my brother does have a theory saying that he thinks that Paul Heyman is going to screw over both Roman Reigns and CM Punk and leave with Seth Rollins. My brother says that he thinks Seth Rollins is going to be the next Paul Heyman guy. So that's pretty interesting. I thought about it. I was like, well, I could actually see that happening.
Right?
I could actually
Whoever
see that
top
being
flight
a thing.
goes, Fox always seemed to follow. Yo, you know that conversation that we had?
Here's Leo Rush in action and Andretti approaching Nick Wayne.
Thinking about all the factors that come into play and all the possible outcomes that could happen if I do decide to help you guys.
Okay, yeah.
But in all honesty, I think I'm just too valuable to help y'all.
He's too valuable.
So best of luck, boys, but...
Didn't recognize them without
My
their
answer's
spiked
no.
jackets. Yeah.
Oh, his answer's no.
Those are
I guess he needs
horrible.
daddy's permission, right? He need daddy's help. Definitely do. He ain't asking yet.
Why you got to bring up his dead dad?
He said, Daddy Cage got you in a cage, and you need permission to come out and play, don't you?
Oh.
I don't need nobody's permission, all right? I'm my own man. I do what I want, when I want, how I want to do it. So just know if I do see Fox around, it's not for y'all. is for me.
Hey.
Not sure if Drew
The kid's got some lip.
One thing's for sure, Nick Wayne hates AR
Hey, it's
Fox.
time for the Max Caster Open Challenge. Oh, he's
Max
throwing
Caster.
tomatoes already.
Peoria, you are looking live at the best wrestler alive.
You know what? That might be. You might be onto something, Mike. That's recorded from Peoria. You might be right. That might be the Brock Lesnar kid. Because SmackDown was in Chicago last night.
Tornado, through gale force winds.
It might be him. Ah,
In order to wrestle for you
we got a
people
double
here today,
agent.
unlike somebody I used to tag team
We got a
with,
double agent.
but I won't say any names. But guys,
He doesn't want to wear his usual attire because he doesn't want to have to answer any questions. He doesn't want to have to get a call from his WWE ticket liaison in the WWE front office. Like, hey, what were you doing in Peoria on Wednesday night? He's at Collision because after the Tiffy Flair segment, he knows fed in the mud.
Here's a chant.
Oh my God.
Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive.
Let's go, Max. You're the worst wrestler alive. Let's go, Max. You're the worst wrestler alive. Let's go, Max. You're the worst wrestler alive. This is great. He's not even emoting or anything.
I don't know.
He's not reacting to anything.
Saying stuff like that. So
He's really scared.
The people in Peoria couldn't remember 8 simple words. You guys really are stupid.
Samoa Joe, come out and kill Max, please.
But that's why the best wrestler alive is going to a real city, because Sunday in Philadelphia, the Platinum Max Open Challenge is on in the city of brotherly love.
Another
Based on the
fucking
lack of rhythm
match.
here today, I know there's no brothers here in Peoria.
Another fucking match for the pay-per-view.
So let's get down to business. Let's see who can survive the best wrestler alive.
Time to get the hook. I mean, how long is this?
Much longer than it needs to be. I can tell you that. Reach for the sky,
It's Mark Briscoe.
You asked for it, Max Caster.
And his opponent from Sandy Ford, Delaware, weighs 229 pounds, Mark Briscoe.
I learned, oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're right about that. I learned through one of the AEW awesome shows that when Mark Briscoe makes his entrance, that middle screen of the entranceway will always have Jay Briscoe shown in the video package because he requested that when he walks out to the ring, his brother
Here's the
be
thing
right
about
there
Briscoe.
behind him.
Briscoe
And
is
I
a very
thought that was
dangerous
a really
person.
dope touch.
Briscoe is a great
That's really
wrestler.
cool
I will say
that he does that.
But as great a wrestler as he is a
But
miserable
congratulations, Mike. You get your points.
for
Who else
human
did
being, in
anybody
my
else get
opinion.
points?
He's a scumbag.
Boy, you are cutting it low, man.
Jason and Mike both
And
get
I'm
points.
telling it like it is.
710
Tell it like you
channel
feel
points.
it is.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Collect your money at the pay window in just a second. Let me get the money out there for you. Give me 1 second.
And
It
I'm
should
not so
come in
sure
just a
that
couple
some of those
seconds.
kung fu strikes are legal.
Well, trying to pull himself up. The chant of Dem Boys comes out. The former Ring of Honor World Champion goes flying
Caster
in.
gets the boot up
Caster
just
got
in
the boot
time.
up.
But he catches a kung fu strike from Mark Briscoe right to the face that sends him all the way to the floor. Mark Briscoe, crazy tope. That is the craziest tope.
That he's responsible for some of the chicken on people's plates. I've stopped eating it.
That is the Brock Lesnar dude. You Benedict Arnold.
At least climbing in.
You traitor. You traitor. I would never.
They hit the ropes. Max Caster.
Misdirection off the ropes. Uh-oh.
Here comes a Jay Driller.
Jay Driller already? Boom.
There it was. 1, 2, it's
No need to do channel points for that one. Max Caster ain't winning a match for a very long time. These eyes don't miss much, I see. I like how he changed his attire. He's not doing his normal attire. That's reserved for WWE only.
After Kyle Fletcher gets done with him tomorrow. Mark Briscoe, look at this guy.
I just don't understand why that needs to be on the pay-per-view, man. So many matches that are TV-based matches on the pay-per-view. This one included, even though it's got Will Ospreay on it. I'm sorry, that seems like that screams TV match to me.
During Dynasty tomorrow night on pay-per-view.
Screams TV match. Fletcher and Mark Briscoe. That screams TV match for me. You're killing me with these pay-per-views.
Matches up against Kevin Knight.
It's going to be an exciting match, I can tell you that for you, mate. The skill, the talent, the presence, the look, man, you've got it all. You've got everything where it takes, but there's a problem. You realise you're in a pay-per-view match with the Billy Goat himself. This tournament means the winner is for the AEW World Championship. I will be winning the Owen Hart Cup.
The Jet will not hesitate to knock your block off. I know I've been dove into the ocean in the deep waters, but the Jet know how to swim, baby. And the Jet won't hesitate. I'm coming for the top title too. Just know when you're A-game.
You're in deep water. You're a great white shark, my man. And while I respect you, it's not win a championship.
Jay White, horrible circumstances here. You have officially been ruled ineligible to compete in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament due to a broken hand, thanks to the Death Riders. Replacing you is Kevin Knight.
I guess I spoke too soon when I said this year would not be Kevin Knight's year in the Owen. Kevin, congratulations on your opportunity. I am so happy for you. Just remember, you're only there because I can't be. And Will Ospreay, you get to avoid me once more. You can
Damn, that would have been a great match, man. That match would have been fun to watch. Jay White, Will Ospreay on pay-per-view.
As the self-proclaimed GOAT in my ring. Will, your words are going to catch up to you one day, but not this day. No, you can keep flapping your gums a little bit longer, thanks to the Death Riders.
Yeah, it's too bad for White. A lot of unfortunate injuries happening in wrestling recently. You got Jay White with this broken hand. Kevin Owens needs neck surgery.
Even though the gold should already be on my shoulder, it is not, thanks to the Death Riders. See, Moxley and his Death Riders, they want to make this personal, to put it very, very lightly. Well, that is fine. Moxley, Death Riders, you have not taken me out. You have given me a gift. You have given me time to plan and prepare. And when you see my face again, Moxley and the Death Riders, you will regret ever thinking about the Switchblade, because, you know, Lexi, I quite often enjoy reminding people who I am and what I've done, but I think it's time I remind myself, because I am the Switchblade. I am a cut above, and ain't nobody got what I got.
Hey, you. I tell you, Jay White knows how to cut a goddamn promo.
Jay White, although will not be compete in the Owen Hart Cup. All right,
Leo Rush next.
Let's go back to the ring.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, Action Andretti and Leo Rush.
Here's the spike jackets.
Crew is coming out, and this is a tag team matchup that has been building for the last couple of weeks. We've seen Crew come out with chains, choking out Top Flight, two-man. That Action Andretti, Leo Rush were friends with not that long ago, Don.
Well, we're not in the friends business, we're in the wrestling business, Shivani.
I knew you would say that. So you can say,
there you go, gamble your channel points. You got the Crew coming to the ring right now, Action Andretti and Leo Rush.
Yes.
They're going to be taking on Top Flight brothers Dante and Darius.
All right, Andretti Leo, two of the young stars
Mike right
here in AEW have really made a difference in the tag team scene, but their focus has been on these two young men as we go back to Arkady Ara.
And their opponents, accompanied by Layla Grace from Minneapolis, Minnesota, at a combined weight of 450
Hello, Layla Gray.
and Darius Martin, top flight.
The gorgeous Layla Gray comes out
Ah, from behind, the old from behind gimmick. I got you. Bella hadn't even rang yet. Top Flight getting the jump. No pun intended. On Action Andretti and Leo Rush.
Dante paired off with Action Andretti, Darius with Leo Rush.
Who do you think replaces Kevin Owens at Mania? Nick Aldis or House of Black? Is KO really hurt? Well, yeah, KO is really hurt. KO definitely needs neck surgery. KO is definitely getting neck surgery. If it was my choice, I'd hotshot Aleister Black and have Aleister Black have that WrestleMania match versus Randy Orton. He may not win. I don't even think you have to give him the win. I don't even think you have to give Aleister Black the win. Just the actual match itself would be okay in my opinion. So I'm going with Aleister Black.
I should say.
I like the
Top Flight taking it to the crew right now.
The purple on the tights, right?
Cracking skulls on the second turnbuckle. Big chop from Dante to Action Andretti.
And it appears that Dante and
sends Action Andretti into the corner and attacks his brother Darius. Locks him up in a tag team maneuver. Sends Action Andretti to the canvas.
No, I mean, again, this is about sending messages.
And it's about vengeance, too. One would think.
Cross chop from Action Andretti. Tags in Leo Rush. Comes in and catches a double drop kick to the face.
My goodness, that was on target.
Just smacking Leo Rush around and reverses the whip into the ropes. Leapfrogs into an atomic drop.
And Dante only 24 years of age, Darius 25. That's an amazing stat.
Action Andretti cuts off Darius with the super kick. Arabian moonsault, very nicely done. Nice. Oh, shit.
That's incredible.
Dante threads the needle and drop kicks Action Andretti, then gets hit with the torpedo tope from Leo Rush. If you blink, you're going to miss something. Watch out. Action Andretti and Leo Rush are the first to their feet. As we head into picture-in-picture, both members of the crew slide in the ring, and they got Darius in the ring. Big chop to Darius, catches a forearm, a clubbing blow to the back. Second blow. Fuck you, Mike. Ow. Oh, fuck. That one sucked. That sucked. Why are you like, Jesus Christ, that's all. You're the one that did it. You're the jerk that did it. Ay, ay, ay. Man, we gotta figure out a new way. I had the volume up on my computer and it scared me. I'm glad you got scared out of it too. The crew hitting those mud hole stomps on Darius. This is reminiscent. This is a la kind of like the New Day. Well, no, they stopped the stomps. They do the tag in stomp spot, but they stopped it. Damn, that got my ear ringing. Who wants some Taco Bell? Who wants a beefy 5-layer burrito, huh? It's on Mike. Mike's covering the bill. Oh, full commercial break. Or Cheddar Bay biscuits. That's fine. We can go with the Cheddar Bay biscuits. If you want to help me accomplish my dream of going to Arizona and buying Sugar and JDK a Red Lobster dinner, you can always donate to the stream right there. That's a tip link, and help me realize my dreams of going to Arizona. Oh, man. I was just talking to Sugar earlier. I don't even know if Sugar is still streaming. I don't know if she is still streaming, but if she is, I don't know how long she's going to be on. It shows she is. Yeah, Sugar, not as of late because she's just getting over COVID. But usually she likes to do these long streams. If she is still streaming after we're done Collision here, I'll send you guys over to her.
Right now, two of the great young teams are battling it out. Bad blood and all. And Darius.
Oh, double clothesline. Both men have the same idea.
Both teams desperately in need of a tag, Shivani.
You saw Darius reach out for Dante. Action Andretti reaching out for Leo. Who is going to make the tag first?
Who's getting those tags off?
Well, you can tell in a short span how much punishment. Tags made Leo Rush come in now. And Dante, who has been more than angry.
Dante took the head off.
Dante, covers a lot of ground with his athleticism.
Yes, he does. Big rising knee strike. Tried to pick up maybe for a half and half, not sure.
Why is it so dark in your room? I don't know, because I don't have the brightness up on
and that's it.
The light, because I don't want to wash myself out.
Dante Martin tried to end this and almost
it like
did.
adjusts.
You can just hear him scream the rage.
You see how bright it gets?
On
and
Dante.
it like kind of like adjusts. I don't know.
Picks him up by the jaw and the chin.
It's like weird.
And Leo gouges the eyes. Get out of it.
That's great. I mean, that's smart wrestling, Shivani. He's got a 5 count
Maybe
to break that.
It worked. You're right. Done.
Nice.
Maybe that helps a little. I don't know.
Pick the
I don't
right
fucking
into a
know.
neck breaker.
Absolutely neck breaker.
Can you see me though?
Kick to the midsection, rising knee, forearm shot.
It is kind of dark in the back for some reason.
That is Leo Rush.
Here's the difference.
Almost like the settings were
offense
changed.
Is more functional. It's more basic. It's not as fancy, but I think it's highly effective.
There's no Leroy.
You know what, Don?
Well, Leroy's not even back there. Leroy's laying on his cage off camera over that
and
way.
As we go to the corner, action scooted out of the way. Kick to the face.
Oh shit!
Zaguri.
Oh my god!
Brilliant.
What a combination! Dante Martin getting rocked.
Action Andretti from the top.
1, 2. Dante Martin kicks out.
Disappointing.
Yeah, Leroy's on his cage. He's not even
Both members of crew
with any of this.
Look at Leo, man. That is an angry face.
Yeah, he's got lots to be angry about.
There's some deep-rooted hate between.
I wonder why they went with
four
Don
men,
Callis
these two
instead of
teams.
Nigel McGuinness
Now,
for commentary
double pickup,
tonight.
but Darius is in. He'll catch
Maybe
him.
Nigel was busy.
And now just back and forth, slugging each other out.
Great right hands by Darius here.
Because Tony hates us.
Somehow Leo stayed on his feet.
Yeah, you're right.
Tony is a very confusing individual. Tony is a very confusing individual in terms of his booking,
the Martins hit the
way he runs his business. But I can't. At least it's not Menard. Yeah, I agree. I agree. At least it's not Menard.
Pick up.
Falcon Arrow from Action Andretti.
This is it.
1, 2, go.
Oh! Dante slid in with the crucifix pin
Andretti says,
and get the win.
No way it happened, but it did. But
oh, it happened.
This battle is not done.
It happened. Here's AR Fox. Nobody thought Top Flight was going to win. Here's Nick Wayne. Oh, no. Nick Wayne hits Wayne's World. Taking out AR Fox.
Just like he said right there. And now Nick Wayne is out, and fans, Tony Khan has made it official.
Wherever you go, Fox. I'm right behind you.
Dynasty 0 Hour tomorrow night, a trios match, Nick Wayne and crew against
I kind of get it, though. I kind of get it.
Tomorrow night.
Well, listen.
Remember that time A.R. Fox and Swerve Strickland busted up Nick Wayne really good in his own house?
Great wrestler, and I think, look, Nick is going to make the right choices for business, Sean.
And he just did. Well, Dante and Darius, Top Flight get the win.
Thankfully, it's on 0 Hour, so no obligation to watch it. Oh, that's happening on 0 Hour?
Is far from over. One woman's going to be able to go on to All In and vie for the Women's World title. If that woman wins the Owen Hart Cup, let's go to Lexington.
Jamie Hayter, Billy Starks, it has officially been announced that both of you will face one another in the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Now, you ladies know whoever wins that tournament faces the AEW Women's Champion at All In Texas. Now, Jamie, were you impressed with Billy last week?
Of course I was impressed with the young Billy Starks, and I got to say, fair play for the other day, mate. You really do hold your own. I liked you before, but I really like you now. Bit of friendly advice, though. You got to watch out for that Athena. What's she doing coming out after our match, huh? She trying to steal your moment?
I like Jamie Hayter.
Why is she up in your business like that?
I am a full-on Haterade.
Just keep an eye on that if I were you.
I'm drinking that Haterade.
And
She's
to be
got
honest,
that,
if you
that
think for
Farrah
1
Fawcett
second
hairdo.
that I'm going to doubt myself going into this tournament when I've already beat you, then you're in fairyland. Although I am willing to let you change my mind.
I'm not a failure, and I've been trying to prove that to everybody here.
I'm bonking Jamie
And you'll
because
see that in the Owen Hart.
I really like you, Billy.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Uh-oh. Oh, not
Well,
commercial.
baby, do we have something for
There's
you?
your boy,
56
Matt
moving
Menard.
big time.
Nobody cares about you, Matt Menard. Anyway, like I was saying earlier, if you subscribe to the channel, you get access to a secret section of our Discord that is opening up. And tomorrow, we are watching the AEW Dynasty pay-per-view. I am going to be starting the feed, I believe, 6:30. I am starting the feed. I'll be showing 0 Hour and anything like that. You're not obligated to attend that part, or if you have other things going on. I'll be starting that, and we'll be watching the pay-per-view, having a good time. Again, that's available for Twitch subs and moderators. What you can do is hit that subscribe button down below for $5.99. That gives you a bunch of incentives, like no advertisements during the Twitch stream. You get cool emotes to use in chat, 15% off of Ringside Rundown merchandise, and like I said, special section of our Discord opens up that is only available for Twitch subs and moderators.
Pain doesn't really bother me because I've got a fat ass and a bad attitude.
Okay, Anna J, relax. Anna J is really aggressive with that fat ass and bad attitude. Anyway, you can come watch the pay-per-view with us. It's going to be a good time. It always is a good time, no matter how good the pay-per-view build-up is. We always seem to have a good time watching it. So come join us. And if you just want to come hang out in the Discord, if you can't make it because you're not a Twitch sub or a moderator, that's fine. There's other stuff in the Discord available for you to enjoy. So perhaps take a gander. Join the community. Make sure you go to the verified section, hit the green check mark, and then the whole entire Discord will open up for you. There's a bunch of channels. Places to talk about WWE, places to talk about AEW, places to talk about other wrestling content, places to talk about music, movies, TV shows, sports, gaming, and if you're a content creator, you can also let me know and share your content there. Books, there's even a section to talk about books. I did that for Riz. And I haven't heard I have to go track down Riz. I don't know if Riz is alive, dead. Is she okay? What's going on? I'm going to have to go track down Riz. Wish me luck, guys. Chastise the child. Yes. Yes, I will do that. I will do that. I will get on her case, find out why she hasn't been streaming, why she hasn't been around, why she hasn't been flooding the Books channel. I will find it all out. We're still in commercial break for AEW Collision. Still got a pretty good sizable amount of the show left. Is Billy Starks and Jamie Hayter happening tonight? Hey, look.
For taking the time
it's
to
Danny
sit
Garcia
down here to talk ahead of your match
and
this
Matt
Sunday
Menard
at Dynasty. Daniel Garcia, our TNT champion, putting your title on the line against Adam Cole. In this match, there is no time limit and no outside interference
Kick
permitted.
his head off his
Danny,
shoulders.
This is your first time defending the TNT championship on pay-per-view. I mean, wanting to be the fighting champion, putting it on the line against someone with the veteran status of Adam Cole. As we get closer to entering Philadelphia, you starting to feel the pressure?
Renee, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. And Danny, I don't mean to take over. But there is something I have to say. Because earlier this morning, I was thinking about the first time we faced each other in the ring. It was about 2 years ago. I was coming off the worst injury of my entire career. You were young, brash, confused. You surrounded yourself with Chris Jericho, trying to figure out who you were. And now fast forward 2 years later, and you're the TNT champ. And you're a damn good TNT champ. But these past few weeks, I've been thinking, really, you haven't changed that much, Danny. Because you are still confused. Because you think that you're going to beat me for your TNT championship at Dynasty. Danny, I've beaten you before. On top of that, you've never beaten me before. Or the last time we faced each other, Danny, if I had 5 seconds, just 5 more seconds, I would be the TNT champion. On top of that, this Sunday, it's my 17-year wrestling anniversary. And in Philadelphia, no less, the place I had my very first match. It's been a long time coming for Adam Cole to win championship gold here in AEW, and I can promise you, it is my destiny at Dynasty to win that championship.
Such a harsh critic you are. Harsh critic.
Right. I didn't have to give you another shot at this. But I wanted to, out of respect of everything you've done for the past 17 years. And you've done a lot in that time. You've had chances, you've had opportunities to show that you can be the guy.
Till he gives me a reason not to be, I will continue to be. I don't know if he's ever gonna be able to give you a reason. I don't think that's possible.
I just want that to settle in right now. Like, this is the last chance you're getting from Daniel Garcia, okay? After this, I don't want to hear, oh, can I get a shot at Dynamite? Can I get a shot at Collision? Can I get a shot at this? Can I get a shot at that? It's done over this, okay? Because it's been 17 years of chances, 17 years of opportunities. The past 17 years belong to you, but the next 17 belong to me.
Roddy, Kyle, do you guys mind stepping out for a second? I just wanted to talk to Danny one-on-one, if that's okay. Renee, do you mind? Sure. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, sure. Danny, please listen to me, and I know that
shoot him with a gun is crazy.
I've said it before, and I will
shoot
say
him
it
with a
again.
gun is
all
crazy.
The respect in the world for you, but sometimes I got to tell you the truth. And Danny, the truth is, you're not ready to lead the charge.
Wow.
You're not ready to run a promotion. You're not ready to be a true champion. I have run practically every promotion that I have ever worked for. I've been world champion and I've broken records in more places than I can count. I've been the guy longer than you've been wrestling, Danny. So if anyone knows what it takes to be a true champion, it's me. Danny, you're not ready.
Not ready.
And if you don't understand that, then I guess I'm going to have to whoop that ass on some.
Jeez. You forgot your title. Yeah. Those emotes are crazy.
Daniel Garcia, Adam Cole for the TNT Championship
Because he's a chump.
Tomorrow. Let's go back to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Asheville, North Carolina, weighing 221 pounds, Cash Wheeler.
Who's Cash
Interesting
Wheeler
matchup
facing
here.
tonight?
And
Who we got Cash Wheeler
noticing
with
the
tonight?
look, the face of Cash Wheeler, we saw just a snippet.
FTR gun's
of what
gonna
he was
pop.
feeling on Wednesday when he's told his
I think he's
partner,
trying to
Dax
stay
Harwood,
out of legal
after the
trouble.
trios match coming up at
He's trying to
Dynasty
stay out of
World.
legal troubles.
Donna was a week ago where Dax threw down Cash Wheeler thinking he was a security guy, and Cash had no part of it, man. He walked.
Well, you can't blame him. No one likes someone to make mistakes, Shivani.
Oh, a Death Rider. Oh, that's
You know,
right.
I hate
Pac.
to agree with you, but you're right. You cannot blame him for what, because Dax has been
Pac.
doing a lot of the
It's the
apologizing as of
Pac-Man.
late. All right, let's go back to the ring.
And
There you
his
go.
from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing 217
There you go.
pounds,
Gamble your
the
channel
opponent
points.
of the AEW
Cash Wheeler of FTR or Pac.
Bastard Pac.
He is the
Should be a great matchup. We were looking
Bastard.
forward to this one, fans. Pac with 79 wins in
Where's his
AEW.
title?
Truly.
He's one half of the Trios champion.
Athletes, pound for pound, you will find in AEW.
Where is his title belt?
And Cash Wheeler, we don't get to see that much
He
in
is
singles
the
competition. And of course, a preview of the Trios
Bastard.
Championship match we've got for you tomorrow night.
I'm going to tell you something that may surprise you. I'm a big fan of both of these guys, Shivani.
Does not surprise me at all. Why wouldn't you be?
I mean, Cash has questionable taste in friends and partners, but he's a
1/3 of the
tremendous
Trios
athlete.
champions, not one half.
What
Okay,
more
I'm
do you
sorry.
need
I'm
to
sorry.
say? I mean,
My
that's
math was
terrifying.
off. My
He
math
is
was off.
absolutely amazing, and of course the Death Riders defend the Trios Championship.
But why
against
doesn't he
rated
carry the belt?
FTR.
I thought only Moxley is
Tomorrow
the one
night
that
at
keeps the
Dynasty,
belt
that
in the
is
briefcase.
live on
Maybe they
pay-per-view.
keep all the belts
And
in
of
the
course, you
briefcase.
can join us on Prime Video.
I get it. Yuta's completely forgettable.
For the big event.
No,
coming
I'm
up
just
tomorrow
bad
night,
at
collar and
math.
elbow tie, but here we go.
Do we get a
Cash.
clean break?
Has been very,
Clean
very
break.
upset,
Oh,
and
not a clean
just got
break.
upset on his rear end.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you cannot give an opening to Pac.
Right.
He is hyper aggressive.
Yeah, right now you saw Pac mocking the
Uh-oh.
dissension
Uh-oh.
between Dax and Cash, FTR.
Getting a little
And it's that
chippy.
dissension that may be the determining factor in tomorrow night's Trios title match.
What have I said over and over?
Side
Friends are
headlock
overrated.
takeover from Pac.
So are partners. You get sick of being around someone all the time. They get on your nerves and it causes cracks in the facade.
Turns it into a pin
one
cover,
count.
only gets
What
a one
about,
count. Maintains the side
Fletcher
headlock
and
grip.
Takeshita that we saw earlier.
They're not a team, they're
Cash
family.
shoots. Pac off the ropes. Pac hits
Shoulder
Cash
tackle. I
with
should
the
have known
shoulder
you had
block.
an answer there.
Another
Side
side
headlock
headlock takeover.
Once
I hope
again.
the ref check Cash's
Pac is
trunks.
just so
He
powerful.
could be packing.
Powerful and technically
He might
sound.
have
He's
some
got his
heat
weight
on him.
distributed exactly
He might
right
have
here.
some heat on him.
Puts all the pressure, makes the man carry his weight in that side headlock.
Got a great crowd here in Peoria. We appreciate you being
Pac
here.
off
We look
the
forward
ropes.
to a great crowd tomorrow night
Shoulder block.
at the Leah Coors Center at Temple.
Pac
in
again off the
Philadelphia.
ropes. Shoulder block.
Been a great venue for AEW, and this is the biggest
Pac
one in
off the
Philadelphia
ropes.
for us yet. Pac
Moonsaults
showing the
over.
agility
What a great hip lock.
Hip toss.
and back to
Side
the
headlock takeover.
once again.
I think he's
Everything
nailed
Pac
down the
does with
technique of the side
such
headlock
force,
takeover. I think he's
so
got it
crisp,
well in hand.
Such determination.
I don't know that I've ever seen a guy that was as athletic as Pac,
right,
as technically sound as Pac, and as aggressive as Pac. It's a tremendous combination.
And you put Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli to his side, you got one of the best
Wheeler
trios
into the
champions
corner.
we've had in AEW.
Yeah, they're impressive for sure.
But can he be as good as
223-day
MJF
title
and beat
reign
people with
for
a side
the
headlock
Death
takeover?
Riders and the trios
I don't know. I
champs?
hope not, because that
And
is
here's
the
thing, when you
dumbest
look at
thing
them, I mean,
ever.
they
That
look
was the
cohesive.
dumbest
At
thing
this
ever.
level, any small mistake
There has to
can
be
cost you a
somebody
match.
in that company
And that's where
that
I'm
when
concerned
somebody
if
has
I'm
an
Cash Wheeler
idea,
and Dax.
there has to be somebody in that company that says,
Yeah, it was Dax who said,
no,
I did that sit-down
we're
interview,
not
that, hey, I'd
doing that.
for FTR to get another shot at the World Tag Team Championship, and nope. Cash said, let's go for
We
the
gotta
Trios
stop doing
Championship.
things for a fucking
With
bit.
FTR, 1, 2, and a 2.
Nobody's gonna be taking us seriously if everything we do is for
figure
a
out
bit.
what you're going for before you go in the media. You go on television.
I think that's the problem with AEW and the fact that they want to be known as a company where everybody gets to get their ideas off and whatnot. It's like everything is a fucking bit to this company. Everything is a joke.
With a very angry Pac.
You know, Tony, just to get back to that dissension between FTR, I would say this. I know you never played any football, but when the coach says run the play. Right.
Leave Tony Schiavone alone. He's a senile old man.
Sort out because the Death Riders will tear them.
Leave the senile old Tony Schiavone. Get
Let's
that
see what
heat.
happens. And fans, you can join us
It worked for Jack Perry.
on Prime Video. Of course, if you're in the Philadelphia area, tickets available at AEWTIX.com.
I went with the
taking his time, got a
PPV.com
shoulder into the
bundle.
midsection, back over the top.
When I ordered
Gonna hit the
Revolution,
far
they
side
gave me
ropes.
Dynasty at a discounted price.
And over to the apron.
Oh!
Now that's that athleticism of Cash Wheeler we talked about
What
earlier.
a potato from Cash Wheeler. Cash Wheeler on the top rope. But Pac stops his momentum there.
Forearm shot.
You don't get a ton of leverage.
I wouldn't
punching
try
up.
to
You wanna
match
be
Pac
punching
on the
down,
top rope, man.
But that was enough
That's
to
a
affect the equilibrium of
bad
Cash.
idea. This superplex is a bad idea. This superplex is gonna hurt.
Superplex. Maybe not. Cash fighting off as his legs.
I'm glad
around
they
the
stopped
turnbuckles.
it. Oh
And
shit!
now a forearm shot. Knock.
Golly.
Pac to the mat.
Basic movements, but smart wrestling by Cash.
Cash up top now. Pac is prone on the mat. But he gets up quickly.
Golly, Cash, hit the move, buddy.
You know, one of your contemporaries used to say, he's not just quick, he's sudden.
He hit him
That
in
is
the
very,
bullets.
Very apropos of Pac.
He hit him in his revivals. Oh, shit.
That time, Cash hit hard
That looked like it
on
hurt.
the side of the safety rail, right at the bell stand.
He caught the edge of that railing.
Yeah, he sure did.
Pac doesn't
That
care.
looked like it hurt. Thrust kick from Pac.
Vicious.
They'll do it again.
Springboard acai moonsault.
A moonsault on the floor.
Beautiful acai moonsault by the man that gravity forgot. As we head into picture in picture, let me mute this. Pac is soaking in all the adulation from the crowd because he is once again the man that gravity forgot. He is once again the bastard. I can see why Justin Roberts does that. That's a lot of fun. Oh! Back suplex on the outside floor. It would be really cool if Triple H got JR to call John Cena's final fight. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. But I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one, Jason. But that would be nice. You know. That would be nice. In a pipe dream world, we can all get what we want. But I don't think that's going to be happening. Pac circling Cash Wheeler like a vulture almost. Stomping on the side of his neck. Pinning him with his knee. Obviously, that didn't work out. Now implementing sort of like a rear headlock. Really kind of weird positioning. Laying him flat in the middle of the ring. Cash Wheeler trying to get to his feet. He does so. Trying to escape the grip of this side headlock. Pac goes to turn it into a back suplex. Cash Wheeler turns it into a crossbody, but only gets a 2 count on the pin. And then gets hit with a back elbow from Pac, who's not playing around. He is not joking around, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, while we're in picture-in-picture, check out the latest episode of the Ringside Rundown podcast where we talk about AEW Dynasty tomorrow night on pay-per-view. We give our predictions for the 6 matches that were advertised at the time. And we also answer your questions about what's going on in the world of WWE in the build-up to WrestleMania, specifically the Women's World Championship situation, whether or not it's going to be a triple threat or it's going to end up as a singles fight. We don't know. There's a lot of confusion surrounding that. If you want to get our thoughts on that, check out that episode of the Ringside Rundown podcast. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. That is a Spotify link. But on whatever platform you use to listen to podcasts, all you got to do is search Ringside Rundown. When you find it, hit the follow button or the subscribe button, and you'll never miss an episode as we head back to the ring.
On Callis, I'm Tony Schiavone. Welcome back to Collision on this Dynasty weekend. And
why did he do that? That was weird.
One-on-one here. 2 men will collide tomorrow in the Trios title match. Going at it, it's Pac and it's Cash Wheeler who gets rolled over. Pac covers him 1, 2.
2 count there.
And gets 2 count.
That 2 count sent a message, though. He put that forearm right over his jaw.
Right.
Said, I don't need to hook the leg right now. I'm going to show you that I'm dominant.
Oh, look at that. On the 0 hour pre-show tomorrow, we're going to get a Max Caster Open Challenge.
And he, as you can see,
0 hour pre-show going to be hosted by Renee Paquette, RJ City, and Jeff Jarrett. Remember when they made a big deal about Jeff Jarrett's final year in AEW on his contract? Yeah, what about that? Big kick to the midsection.
Yeah, you can't block something that fast, Schiavone.
That's right. Absolutely. And snap vertical suplex.
Cash is a tough kid, but man, he's taken a lot of punishment tonight.
Yes, he has. And as you can see, laying in wait, so to speak, is Pac.
And Pac is very methodical with what he does. Bandera all the way to the floor. Oh, shit. Cash Wheeler coming in like a missile. Wiping out Pac.
Desperation move, but Donnie works.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I mean, I personally can't stand FTR, but as a professional, I love watching him wrestle.
Take a look here once again.
Look at this.
Not only a tope suicida, but connecting perfectly.
What the hell is Cash Wheeler doing? He's at the top rope. He's been really trying to get this top rope move off. Crossbody, nicely done. And only gets a 2 count on the pin cover.
I don't know, Paul Turner looked a shade slow with that first count.
That was very, very close. The hand almost hit the mat for 3. European uppercut from a ripcord. And now ducking low, and Cash running off from the ropes.
Had to shut down Twitch to bring back the chat. It was loading for like 5 minutes. Yeah, the gaff of Jarrett's last year. What a miss. Yeah, what a miss indeed. I don't know what they're doing. They tried to make it a big deal that he wasn't going to be around for much longer, and they were going to give him this big opportunity. And honestly, I think they figured out, oh shit, the crowd isn't really into this. This might be a miss. So they shut it down really quickly. I'm glad that they did, but it kind of misses, like, it kind of makes it weird that they were doing it in the first place.
Cash was 1 step ahead.
Schiavone, when you leave your feet, you leave yourself at the mercy of your opponent, and that's exactly what we just saw.
And now Pac prone. Cash Wheeler tried this earlier, but Pac rose to the occasion.
Cash Wheeler going to the top once again. Goes for a flying headbutt or a splash or something, but no water in the pool. And he just belly flopped, basically.
Pac has great ring awareness. Hundreds of matches all over the globe.
Boy, and you could just see on his face the effort he has put into this mat. I do believe he's going to try to connect with the Black Arrow here. And if he does, it is one of the most spectacular moves in all of AEW. Fans know it. Can he connect with Cash Wheeler? Talk about incredible body control. Let's see if he can hit it. Let's see if he does it.
What's taking these guys so long to hit their moves? Double underhook suplex off the top rope.
Arm suplex there.
Goes for the cover. Pac kicks out at 2.
No, sir.
They're taking forever to hit their own moves.
In the nick of time, the left shoulder of Pac gets up. Once again,
they're hungover.
Claudio,
They've
Wheeler,
been partying.
the trios champs tomorrow night take on.
I don't think Pac is a
FTR,
drinker.
and of course, Adam
Pac
Copeland,
doesn't look
Cope,
like a
if you
drinker.
will.
Not with those abs.
There's that
those abs.
Speed of Pac
I don't
once
think.
again.
I don't
You
think he
can't block
drinks.
it because it's too fast, Don.
Well, and there's no setup
Soul
to
butt
it. He
kick.
just is able to torque his hips, and you're hit with it before
Pump
you
kick
even
to the
realize.
back.
Pump
Slingshot German suplex.
Release German over the ropes. Great matchup. Boy, you talk about two top-rated athletes.
Ripcord lariat.
You know, when I look at Pac, I literally see a guy
Maybe
that
they were
doesn't have
up
any
all night
weaknesses
doing
in his
some
game.
Bolivian marching powder with
You won't find a
TK.
guy in better shape. You won't find a guy more
Yeah,
technically
TK
sound. You won't
crying
find a guy more athletic.
after
You won't
losing
find a
out
guy
on
meaner.
Ricky Saints. Whoa! What a kick! Knocking down Wheeler.
And Pac now.
I wonder what TK's thoughts on Ricky Saints are.
Let's see if he does.
And
let's see
Ethan
if he hits
Page,
it.
they're going to be feuding.
Up on top.
Going for that shooting star, nobody there. Pile driver spikes back. Good night. 1, 2, 3. Never mind, that was 2.5. Pac kicks out at 2.5.
Not yet.
Man, that was close.
It sure was.
Cash showing that intestinal fortitude. He's taken a lot of punishment from Pac.
There's Wheeler Yuta and there's Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio coming in over on the right.
Here we go with the bullshit. Oh, here's Copeland.
Wait a second.
I almost said Edge.
Copeland. Cope is coming.
I almost said Edge.
And Wheeler Yuta. Dax Harwood's in. Dax goes down. Wheeler's picked up.
Oh, he used the ring bell. Oh! A second crucifix slide-in win.
Great crucifix pin there by Pac. Nice work.
Did Tony fumble chain at the end of NXT was something that Tony took well? Probably not. Probably not.
Unbelievable.
I don't think Dax and Cope would help this situation whatsoever in my view.
Another crucifix pin. Does nobody watch their own show? Does nobody watch their own show? Am I
for the Death Riders who once again prove that they run in a gang, and the gang has always won. Look at the face of Cope.
Looks like your boys aren't getting the job done, Copeland. What are you going to do?
You're looking at this situation with FTR and saying, you guys need to get your stuff together. Well, because you don't want to go into this trios match with any problems.
He sacrificed himself for his partner there. Head first, Dax did. I mean, you may see a problem. I see a man who stepped in there to try to help out his partner.
But he didn't help, though, did he?
You got to get your boys in order.
Thank you. You don't need to say any more. And that's what Cash is thinking right now. Look at the face.
Cash, he did not realize, or maybe Cash is saying, okay.
What are you, a marriage counselor? This is professional wrestling, Shivani.
All right. There you go.
Oh, that's sickening.
No, that's great.
That's ridiculous.
That's great to see this team.
He's the weak link. He showed it there.
It's great to see this team, even for a few moments, come together on this Dynasty weekend, because tomorrow night, rated FTR, Copeland, Dax, Cash, get a chance to become the Trios champions. Also tomorrow night, Kenny Omega defends the International
Kenny Omega
in a
defends the
three-way match
AEW International
against
Championship in a
Speedball
three-way
Mike Bailey
match against
and
Ricochet, Speedball Mike
Take a look at this
Bailey.
big important three-way
That should be
matchup
fun. I'm
tomorrow
looking
night.
forward to that.
Not only am I back, Omega's champion! I want to face the best.
What a match these four guys are having.
And wait a second, Ricochet, 2, 3! Who got the pin?
Challenging Kenny Omega and Dynasty will be Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Ricochet.
Hey, couldn't think of two more rightful challengers. Ricochet and Speedball. I've known these guys almost decades now. You two may have been friends back in the day. Now we meet as rivals.
I won't hesitate to kick your head clean off and take your international championship.
When I beat Cornball and I beat former Best Bout Machine, I become the new international champion.
I have to prove people call me champion for a reason. What this is about now, it's about solidifying legacy. You can't do that unless you're a champion. You can't do it unless you're on top. At Dynasty, we find out which of us truly is
the best.
Hey, it's Ricochet.
All right, as we head towards Dynasty, Kenny Omega will defend the International Championship in a trios match. One of the opponents making his way.
I'll recall the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricochet!
Okay, Ricochet gloating his jewelry.
What a nice young man. Look at this guy. He thinks he can come
Kenny Omega, yes.
Look at that shipwreck. Get out of here.
Ricochet is going to join us on commentary for the next matchup featuring Speedball Mike Bailey.
Oh, Speedball Mike Bailey.
Is coming up tomorrow night.
The all-elite goddess has arrived.
Hey, calm down, Mike.
Dynasty.
Bonk yourself, Mike.
Of the mighty Megasus.
I want to face the best.
A three-way match for the AEW International Championship.
To catch a maniac, you are going to have to send a maniac.
Exactly.
How far are you willing to go? Boy, I am violence. And in Philadelphia, the Dynasty era continues.
Let me mute that really quickly. I forgot to give you guys your channel points. So once again, congratulations if you chose Pac to be the winner. Let's see if anybody did. 700 channel points. Go to Mike. Congratulations, Mike, on your 700 channel points to add to your infinite Yo channel points. Speedball is in the next match. And he's going up against Dralistico, I believe. Dralistico. There you go. If you want to gamble your channel points, those are your options. Me personally, I would go with Speedball Mike Bailey. I like Dralistico, but I think they're going to build up Speedball Mike Bailey ahead of his championship pay-per-view match happening tomorrow. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to catch AEW Dynasty but don't feel like shelling out a whole $50 for it, I can get it to you for the low of a Twitch Prime sub. Is actually included if you have Amazon Prime. Then that's basically included in your subscription. Or you could just do a regular Twitch subscription down below for $5.99 American. And when you do that, what happens is a special section of our Discord that is only available for Twitch subs and moderators opens up, and that is where we watch things like AEW Collision, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and also pay-per-views and PLEs. So, if you don't feel like shelling out a whole $50, perhaps $5.99 is more appealing to you. So, take that with your Twitch sub, and that'll get you into our Discord where you can watch AEW Dynasty 1080p, 60 frames, clear cut. You don't have to worry. And we also have a chat active where we like to make jokes and have a good laugh and talk about the pay-per-view as it happens. So hopefully you join us. If not, you can always head on over to our Discord anyway. There's a bunch of other stuff you can do in the Discord. It's available right here.
Tell me. I'm sick of letting people walk around here safe. I'm sick of letting people walk around here comfortable.
Oh, yeah, they comfortable.
I am sick of hearing people talk about battlefields and warfare and talking like they're gangster when we know they ain't built like that.
Yeah. You know what's crazy to me? You know, they walk around, they talking about battlefields and wars, you know what I'm saying? They talking about, we better not catch you lacking. Like, they somebody big homies. Like, yo, we not your little homies. We don't even respect big homies, right?
Ever.
That's why we got the problems we got. They be like, STP chill. We be like, chill for what? Who is these dudes? They not ops. They opportunities.
Oh, and opportunities. It's nothing but space and opportunity.
I wouldn't do that.
Ops like y'all all the time. We been told y'all we them.
We them.
We told y'all run or hide.
Why, Cap?
Because STP outside.
And we gonna stay outside. And we hope y'all see us like Good Vision, because we can't wait to disrespect you. Run or hide, because STP is outside.
Pow. Rumble, bad man. Rumble.
I'm gonna smoke him.
I wouldn't do that.
We are joined, as we're back on Collision, we are joined by Ricochet.
My gosh. See, they played a trick on me. They said I was doing commentary, but they didn't say who for.
Let's go to Arcady.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing 170.
Hey, another Canadian.
Is
he kicking people's hands?
And there you see it, Ricochet.
He's kicking people's hands?
Ricochet, you and Speedball.
That's
in
crazy.
A three-way match going up against Kenny Omega for the International Championship tomorrow night.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? Are you prepared? Are you ready to go?
Am I prepared? I am always prepared, Tony. You can't be here in AEW and not be prepared. You can't come out here and not be prepared.
Shivani does it every time he does commentary. What are you talking about?
Comes out here, I'm prepared. I believe it. Even for commentary, I came out here prepared. I didn't know I was going to be this loser, but...
Well, Speedball...
Look at him smiling like a loser. I'm going to smack that smile off your face. Yeah, I'm going to smack it off
I
your
tried
face.
to like Speedball and Impact. Something there didn't click for me. Hopefully he can tweak his persona in AEW. Yeah, I don't know. I never got a chance to watch Impact, and I don't have access to the programming, so unfortunately I don't know how it went down in Impact. But I don't know. I've seen most of the stuff that I've seen from Speedball is when he was on the Indies, when he was making waves in the Indies. I think he's a good fit for the AEW, to be honest with you. I think he can make waves.
The shoulders for sure, but
I don't think he's gonna win tomorrow, or I wouldn't put the belt on him. But I think he can make waves.
Jealous of Ricochet. I hear things in the back. Everyone's talking about you, Ricochet.
Absolutely.
Everyone knows you're going to beat Kenny Omega. I'm very excited for that.
Well, for you, I'm going to beat
the
him
mullet
for
kills
you.
it for you.
I appreciate that. And by the way,
I want to cut his
I know him
hair
from Canada. He's a scumbag from Montreal.
Absolutely.
He's a scumbag from Montreal, according to Don Callis.
Come on out here.
By the way, Don Callis from
Is
Winnipeg.
Montreal just full of scumbags? Like Dinodian Rex?
Why are you so angry all the time, Ricochet?
Why do you have the preference that he's from Winnipeg? He said he knows him from Canada. You don't have to say where he's specifically from.
Shivani, you're sitting next to a living legend. Rick, this is all because of Ricochet, what we see every week here. He's the innovator.
Okay. Dralistico apparently walks away. I don't know what's going on here.
Mind games.
Well, very well said. I would agree.
Because Bailey's mind isn't,
Single leg pickup by Bailey. Speedball showing his speed momentarily.
I would have did a front flip over that.
Dralistico.
Nice head scissors takeover.
And a pickup, single leg once again.
He wouldn't have done that to me.
Well, we're going to find out tomorrow night. Oh, Speedball takes him.
Now, Ricochet, how do you feel about what I think
Mafia used to
is
have a good
questionable
presence
tactics
there.
with his martial
Don't think
arts
they had
that
that big of a-
Speedball relies on in these things?
Huh?
These kicks and these strikes.
What are you talking about, Mike?
For him,
The Mafia. Oh, in Montreal. I'm like, huh?
But against me,
I almost forgot what I asked you.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
Montreal. That's right. Isn't that's what happened to Dino Bravo, right? Am I getting my Canadian history correct? That's what happened to Dino Bravo. Okay, this is Speedball's third match in AEW, and he's on Collision already. Is Kenny winning tomorrow? I think Kenny is winning tomorrow because I don't see why they would take the belt off of Kenny in his first defense of the AEW International Championship. I don't think that would make sense.
Was Ricochet, and he was right, and he was breaking news.
Will he get the chance tomorrow night?
He's not totally stupid. He's not totally
Yeah,
stupid.
I remember the Dino Bravo situation. Selling loose cigarettes. Is that what they be doing out there, Mike? Selling loose cigarettes?
Smart man, because if you notice, he wasn't here tonight. He's probably at home resting up his old broken body. He's probably going to the masseuse, the chiropractor. He's in the sauna. He's going to need to be at his best.
Look at this.
Whoa.
There is Speedball
and heroin.
Who you looking at, bro? Who you looking at?
I just knew about the loose cigarettes. I didn't know about the
Come on out
fucking
here. Get a little bit better gaze. Get a little better gaze out here.
Why meth and fentanyl now? I gotta talk to Dynodian Rex. I gotta find out what's going down there in Montreal. Dynodian Rex.
And it worked, and now the release to go is going to
dealing with meth and fentanyl and heroin and loose cigarettes and
over to the safety race and a pickup.
Oh shit!
You want some drink?
Oh,
you
whoa!
Want some drink?
Cross kick. This match continues. Streaming on Max and on TNT. Stay with us.
I love it.
Loose women with the Hells Angels. Yeah, I remember two things. I remember the Dino Bravo story on Dark Side of the Ring, and then they also did a Dark Side of the Ring episode of another guy who was Canadian, who was like he wasn't anything big time, but he was Canadian, and he was running with biker gangs and selling drugs, and he blew up a police station. Or he helped blow up a police station. I forgot the name of the guy. But he worked for Jim Cornette for a little bit. We're in picture-in-picture. For some reason, they decided to show Ricochet on commentary on picture-in-picture like that's going to make a difference. As if we can hear what is going on. But Dralistico ends up back in the ring. Speedball Mike Bailey's laying in the corner, hurts. Dralistico taking some shots in. The referee's like, get out of the corner. You have till 5 to get out of the corner. And he's not getting out. He runs off the ropes. And a basement super kick almost. And a little bit of a tranquilo. But if that's what you say, if that's what's in Montreal, loose women and Hell's Angels, I gotta make my way out there. Seems like a good time. Maybe Montreal's the spot to go to as we go to full commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on the stream tonight. I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your Saturday evening to sit and watch me watch professional wrestling. You could be doing anything really. You don't have to be sitting here watching me watch professional wrestling, but I greatly appreciate you doing so. It means a lot to me that you would come and support me. Make sure to check me out over on YouTube, where we're doing some live multi-streaming also on YouTube over there, youtube.com/@ringsiderunpod. You can get a full contact lap dance while you eat some poutine, living large. Now, I'm not even going to ask the question that I was going to ask. But I learned this from Dynodian Rex. There are no single $1 bills in Canada. You guys don't have single $1 bills. in
What kind of
Canada,
a freak
which
wrestles with
means
no shoes on?
your strippers are making so much money. It is ridiculous.
The speed of Mike Bailey.
Axe kick from Speedball, round kick to the sternum of Jalistica from Speedball.
You gotta watch out for those feet tomorrow, Ricochet.
There's roast beef, just not from the source you're thinking of. Hey, man.
I ain't gotta watch up nothing. He gotta watch
Cold pizza sometimes is still good pizza, my guy.
That's a great running shooting
Nobody
star, but
complains
not as
about
good as
cold
yours.
pizza.
He don't got the flow. He don't got the lint now.
Well, he's going to do
Speedball
something
Mike
here.
Bailey's lining up something for both Jalistico and Mortos. Only Mortos is the one that suffers the damage, though.
Guys, come on now.
Poor Mortos indeed. He didn't deserve that. Jalistico! Tope con Hero over the top rope. Nicely done, even getting an applause from Ricochet. I mean, if Ricochet applauds your tope, you got something, because that's Ricochet. Oh! Nice springboard code breaker. Goes for the cover. Speedball kicks out though.
How about that from Jalistica?
As much as I can't stand Ricochet, I gotta admit to me, Ricochet will always be the #1 high flyer in the game. I think Ricochet is the greatest high flyer to ever exist in professional wrestling history. I can't think of a better high flyer. Nice reversal of the pin cover there, but only gets a 2 count. Goes for the PK, ducks out of the way, roll up, only gets a 2 count there.
I would have kicked that earlier.
Both men coming off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, does Jalistico, but he catches the back heel, kind of a grazing blow.
You got to duck. You got to duck.
Here comes again.
Oh, that one not a grazing blow. That was definitely not a grazing blow. And Mike Bailey ends up picking up the victory.
Ricochet, well, he's got the heads up. Speedball Mike Bailey, by the way, undefeated 3-0 since his arrival here in AEW. And tomorrow night, he and Ricochet will battle Kenny Omega in the 3-way match for the International Championship. What is? Wait a minute from the high.
Oh!
A cheap shot.
That was kind of a dick move, man.
The fanciest kick, but it was an effective kick.
Oh, man.
And a spirit gun to boost to the back of the head.
A spirit gun to the back of the head. Unnecessary. Wow, cool. You have your own snapback. Guess what? We have our own snapback from the Ringside Rundown merch store. You can check it out. It's a part of our spring summer collection. Ringside Rundown-shop.boardwall.com. Yeah, poor Speedball caught one in Yambag City. And caught one in the Speedball. Maybe he was wearing a cup.
Will start as well this week.
I would wear a cup. I think that would be the smart thing to do.
Thunder Rosa, Chris Statlander. It was officially announced last week that both of you have entered the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, and it just so happens that you will face one another in the opening round.
For the first time ever in the history of AEW.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Me too, but unfortunately, the circumstances are not what I wanted to be. So I'm gonna apologize right now because, Chris, a lot of people depend on me. My family depend on me. My future in this company depends on me winning this cup and going to All In. So there's nothing personal, but I'm gonna take this all the way.
If there's nothing personal, then send my apologies to Papa Rosa because the Owen is coming home with me.
First of all, don't speak about my old father. Second of all, you don't know what it is to be the women's world champion.
The championship that you gave up?
I don't speak about my past, Chris, but you're gonna find me, Chris. I advise you to be quiet. I advise you not to.
Oh. Hey, this is getting a little chippy. Hey, what?
Let's take a look at tomorrow night's Dynasty card.
What?
Coming to you exclusively on
That was
pay-per-view,
crazy.
originating from the Leacorp Center in Philadelphia.
The tension.
3 matches in the first round of the Owen Hart tournament.
Oh,
in the
boy.
women's division, Mercedes Moné will take on Julia Hart. In the men's division, Kyle Fletcher beats Mark Briscoe.
Kyle
and
Fletcher,
Will
Mark
Ospreay
Briscoe.
collides with Kevin Knight.
Ospreay,
The AEW Tag
Kevin
Team
Knight.
Championship. Hurt Syndicate will defend
Hurt
against Big Bill
Syndicate,
and
Big
Brian
Bill,
Keith of
Brian
the Learning
Keith.
Tree. Speaking of the Learning Tree,
Jericho
defends the Ring of
Bandito.
Honor World Championship against former champion Bandito. TNT Championship, no time limit, no outside interference. Adam Cole takes on the champion, Danny Garcia. For the AEW World Trios Championship, the champions Death Riders will defend against Rated, FTR, and Adam Copeland. International Championship will be battled in a three-way match as Kenny Omega, the champion, defends against Speedball Mike Bailey and Ricochet. AEW Women's World Championship is on the line.
They're going to go
Timeless
Broadway,
Toni Storm
Cole and Garcia.
defends against Megan
You
Bain.
think so?
And for the AEW
They
World
already
Championship,
went the long
Jon
game
Moxley
the
will
last
defend
match,
against
and
Swerve
it went to
Strickland.
time limit draw.
It's all coming up
I don't think
tomorrow
they
night
need to push
on
the boundaries and
pay-per-view.
do that again.
We do understand that Mercedes Moné and Harley Cameron are getting ready for their main event coming up. Let's check in.
Is it main event time already? I bet they get at least 30 minutes.
I know, I can't believe it either. No, you know what? You need to stick with the plan. Just stay out of my way, okay? I got this. That's the plan.
Yes, we got this.
No, I got this, Harley.
You
all right?
guys got this. Thanks, Minnie Mercedes.
Shut up,
We
Minnie
got
Monet. I
this.
didn't tell her to speak. You know, what are you doing down there? You need to stand up. That's not even how you stretch.
Stretching. It's important to stretch.
Harley,
The hip
I
thruster.
swear.
Ride the money, rat
I don't
train.
want to hear that song. Please, Harley. Oh my God. You just please stand up. Okay. It's not how you stretch. It's more like this. Yes. You hear that cry?
Yeah, I did. That was
You gotta warm
nice.
up like a champion.
All right, we're in
Close this
commercial
case.
break. I gotta mute this before I
That's
get in
it for the
trouble
two of us.
here.
This is big.
Yeah, whatever. That's the main event of the evening. Athena and Julia Hart teaming up to take on Mercedes Moné and Harley Cameron. I'm not gonna complain. I am not gonna complain. Shut up. I did that to myself. I'm just getting it out of the way. All right? Just getting it out of the way. Hey, if you want more wrestling content on your Instagram feed, why not follow the Ringside Rundown podcast on Instagram by going to Instagram.com/Ringside Rundown. Drop a follow and you'll get links to the podcast every time we upload a new episode. And when I do short form content, I always upload them to Instagram Reels. So throw a follow on the Instagram. Go ahead and like every single thing on the Instagram feed. Every single post. Go ahead and go like it. Do that for me and I will love you forever. I'm excited to see Athena. I haven't seen her wrestle in a long time. Yeah, unfortunately, Athena only really has been wrestling on Ring of Honor, where you have to be a member of the Honor Club streaming service thing, whatever. So I don't really get to watch a lot of Ring of Honor. It's not something that I seek out, unfortunately, but I am a fan of Athena. I like what she's doing. I hope they can use Ring of Honor as kind of like a feeder system. I would use Ring of Honor like a feeder system, similar to what WWE does with NXT. Why not? I am a fan of Harley Cameron. She deserves a TBS title match. I agree. Fuck me. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, Mike. That's definitely going in the compilation. I still have to do marches. I'm going to do it. I'm going to post it up tomorrow. I got a lot to do. Anyway, I agree. I think Harley Cameron is probably the best. I don't know if you can call her a homegrown star. I mean, she was signed to a WWE contract, I believe. It just didn't work out. I'm trying to remember if I got my semantics correct. But either way, I think she's one of the biggest assets that AEW has. She's she's great. Everything she does is fantastic. She's great in the ring for someone who has probably had just about 50 matches to her credit. She's great in the ring. She's funny. She can sing. She can play guitar. She can speak Mandarin. She can be a ventriloquist. I mean, she can do it all.
What's next for a champion that walked through hell, still
She
holding
can
the
do it all.
gold? The cold, dark shadow of a monster sent from above.
The all-elite goddess has arrived.
The more we see her, the more
Tony
we
on
fear
my
her.
screen.
Powerful, graceful,
We got
vicious.
Tony, we got
Without
Megan
a hold on her
Payne.
game, AEW's
One more
finest have
picture.
tried, failed, and are bracing for the total takeover of the Mega Set. Now it's our champion's turn to try and break the unbreakable and defy a woman who believes it's her divine right
triple
to
bonk.
wear this belt.
That's what I do to myself every time I watch Sugar stream. Speaking of Sugar, I'm probably going to be sending you over to Sugar after AEW Collision. So if you want to show that you're a supportive community here at the Ringside Rundown, please go support one of my friends, Sugar. Again, I'll be sending you over to her if she's still streaming at the end of Collision. She might be correct. She's been streaming for a very long time. Just word of warning, Sugar is definitely a lot to handle. So the Harley Graham gimmick is silly in my opinion. I love it though. I can't do this. Thank you for the while I'm trying to set up the channel points for the match. I love the Harley Graham. Again, if you can be great at what you do plus be funny, I'm with you.
With that in mind, we have all 4-11 a little preview of the opening round of the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. And my question is, how can opponents survive and function tonight in this matchup?
There you go. Gamble your channel points. Whether it's Mercedes and Harley Cameron makes her way to the ring. Or Athena and Julia.
As we have seen and heard, Don, obviously Mercedes
you got the rhythm of someone much whiter than you, Eric. Yeah, I don't have any. I'm not making any bones about it. I have no rhythm. I don't usually dance. I don't usually dance. So
nobody like her in AEW.
It is what it
You're
is.
basically saying she's out of her mind, and I agree.
She's a ventriloquist. She can sing.
I feel like a ventriloquist out here calling the matches with you sometimes.
Ventriloquist. And fans love her. She has been winning matches.
I don't know. I kind of think Harley fits better than Camille did. That'll probably anger Mike.
To the ring.
Interesting. Julia still uses her House of Black entrance. She still uses her House of Black entrance team.
She won the TBS Championship at Full Gear. That was back in November of 2023.
Difference between AEW and WWE. Lily dolls to sell with Alexa. No Harley dolls.
Julia Hart's case, I think she learned a lot from that experience.
I don't know. Maybe. Did you check the AEWshop.com website? Maybe they are. I mean, I would be, but those are money makers right there.
On the 13th of March last year, Sky Blue and Julia Hart attacking Willow Nightingale, but then the shocking arrival in AEW of Mercedes Moné, the CEO.
This is when she first came to AEW.
Down with the Moné maker and establishing herself as one of the more dominant females we've ever seen here in AEW. Of course, going on to win the TBS Championship. But as Julia Hart is in the ring, this will be a great preview match for the Owen Hart tournament on the women's side. With that in mind, it's time for Julia Hart's partner, and what a champion this young lady is.
And her partner from Dallas, Texas, she is the Ring of Honor Women's
Athena carries 2 belts.
the Fallen Goddess, Athena.
successful champion in Ring of Honor history. 847-day world title reign. 64-0 in singles competition since she won the belt back in December of 2022. And she and Mercedes have had issues.
No dolls, just check. Yeah, it's a
This is what you
missed
need to
money
do with
opportunity.
Mercedes. You need to get in her face and show the confidence. Don't
A
let
missed
Mercedes
money
play her mind
opportunity.
game. And I'll say this about Athena. She hits as hard as anyone on that roster, man or woman. Incredible striking.
Julia Hart, Athena against the unlikely duo of Harley Cameron and Mercedes Moné. Mercedes told Harley earlier to stay out of my way.
Oh,
this
mushing
matchup.
her in the
Let's see how
face
they
is crazy.
work together, if at all,
Mushing
here
her in the
during this
face is
matchup.
crazy.
Oh, a
And she
tag is
tags in
made.
Harley.
That was nice of Mercedes, giving Harley a chance to show herself.
64-0. Why is she not on Dynamite regularly? Look, man, you're asking questions.
With Lexi Nair, that Mercedes didn't even want Harley in the ring.
I'm
and now
trying
she
to figure
tags her
out
in.
who to send you guys after
It's called being
Sugar got
unpredictable,
off. She was
Shivani.
shooting
That's
for
what
like
it
7
is.
hours, so I didn't think she was going to be on.
She's at Mercedes right now coaching up Harley Cameron.
I can hear, absolutely. And it would behoove Harley to listen to Mercedes, no doubt.
Nice front
Well,
face
I mean,
lock
you'd be
from
hard-pressed to
Athena on
find
Harley.
any wrestler
Harley
anywhere
escapes,
who's as successful
controls the
as
wrist.
Mercedes has been.
Athena
So, yeah,
switches
listen
his
to her.
control.
Yeah, 18-0 since her
What
arrival
did I
in
say?
AEW, longest active
I
women's champion
can't
in the
keep
women's
up with
division.
what I'm saying.
Has defeated 3 former women's world champions, has Mercedes. But right now, Harley is on a little winning streak of her own.
Julia Hart in there taking control of the wrist.
This.
And listen, if you are Athena, and if you are Julia Hart, the strategy here is to cut the ring in half and keep Harley Cameron in your corner.
Roll up one, two, and a 2 count that time. Mike Posey. Into the up.
Yeah, I deserve it. I deserve it. Julia runs in, but there's nobody in the corner. Harley meets her with a round kick to the side of the head. Harley back in the ring, ducks the clothesline attempt. Enziguri.
Enziguri that time.
She didn't get all of that.
1, 2. Nope.
Julia kicks out at like 1.5.
That time. And Julia Hart came out of it. Well, fans, a reminder that AEW is coming to New Orleans for Dynamite and Collision on Wednesday, the 23rd.
Mercedes gets the tag in.
And we're also
brings
gonna be
Julia
in
to the
Norfolk
middle
for
of the
Dynamite on
ring.
Wednesday,
Julia
April 30th.
escapes the
There's a roll-up.
slam attempt, turns it into a
And a
roll-up,
one
but only a
count that
1
time
count.
at the Chartway Arena at ODU.
Backslide.
Supercard of Honor Management 1. How about Julia Hart? Supercard of Honor.
Oh.
It's coming to Atlantic City Friday, May 2nd. Tickets at ROHTix.com. And the very next night, May 3rd, live
May
Collision
3rd,
in
Atlantic
City,
City,
New Jersey. Get your tickets. AWTIX.com. Meanwhile, tied to the Trio O, and Mercedes just wailing away here on the young former champion, Julia Hart.
CEO. Oh, that didn't work out too well. Meteor in the corner didn't work. Julia Hart doing the spooky thing.
Good call. And again,
Misses her again. Rolls off the back of Mercedes into a roll-up O'Connor roll.
2.
Ducks the attack off the rope.
Julia Hart, pick up.
Into a stretch.
Julia Hart.
Modified octopus here.
Pulling on the arm, pulling back on Mercedes' right arm. Harley
Bringing out the doll.
Through the puppet in the freaking ring. Meanwhile,
That puppet is disgusting. It looks like it's got.
Oh!
lung blower that time.
That lung blower is nasty.
2. Oh. And Julia Hart kicks out of the way. And fans, our main event on this Dynasty Weekend continues on Max and TNT.
All right. Picture in picture right now. Mercedes on top of Julia. Gets a pin cover, but only gets a 2 count. Mercedes throwing Julia into the corner. Nice suplex, double team maneuver. Harley goes for the pin, and Julia kicks out at 2. Harley following it up with some knees to the midsection and then a side Russian leg sweep. Going for the pin, only gets a 2 count there. I guess I should let you know, obviously tomorrow is a day. Well, tomorrow technically is a day off. There is no stream, but again, we're watching AEW Dynasty in Discord. So if you're a Twitch sub or a moderator, it is available for you to watch in Discord with us. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow. We'll be back on stream on Monday for Monday Night Raw. Back to our regularly scheduled programming starting at 6. We're going to be starting at 6. Playing some 2K25. That'll lead us into Raw at 8 o'clock on Netflix. So glad to be getting back to the regular schedule and not have to worry about international times and matches starting in the afternoon. Whoops, guess that isn't the command. Sub perk without the S is the command. Harley and Mercedes working well together as a team for the most part. No awkwardness. They seem to be gelling well together. I can't really say the same thing. I'm confused. So they can't steal your check-in. Yeah, that's where really it kind of threw off everything. In terms of, people having to work and things like that. That's why the streams were even lower than what they usually are. It's because people were kind of out and having to work, and they kind of threw us off. They really didn't take us content creators into consideration when they decided to do these live episodes of Raw. Oh, man. All right, back to the action in the ring.
Collision streaming on Max and on TNT. Tony Schiavone joined by Don Callis. Athena once in desperately. And
Jawbreaker from Julia Hart to Mercedes Moné. Julia trying to get a tag to her partner Athena, but Mercedes is not letting it happen. Oh no, and she gets dragged to their corner.
And here comes the tag, and Harley Cameron is in. And Julia Hart.
I gotta pad my stats for the first 3 weeks of April since I don't know if I'll catch anything again until May. What do you mean?
Stunned Mercedes. Julia Hart trying to make a tag.
Harley trying to get a suplex off. Tag to Athena.
Athena, and there is Mercedes. Catches Athena's foot. Trying to backslide, maybe. The other way, pick up.
Whoa. Big boot from Athena. Drop kick from Athena. What you talking about,
needs
Mike?
to get out of bounds here, and she has.
Yeah, let me check the YouTube really quick.
Picked up.
Oh my God, look at the strength of Athena.
Wow, Athena, okay.
In her grasp.
Holy shit, that looked like it hurt. Oh, yeah. How long are you going to be in Europe? How long are you going to be there?
And Mercedes, the TBS champion, makes the save.
Great ring awareness by Mercedes.
Outside goes Mercedes. And
Athena coming off the ropes like a bullet. Holy shit. April 20th to May 8th. Wow, you're going to be there for a while. You're gonna get a big taste of Europe. Oh shit! Christ!
Harley trying to get
Harley with a DDT. Just under 3 weeks. That's one hell of a vacation, man. Enjoy it. Oh, nice flying crossbody from Julia Hart, taking out basically everybody. Taking out Mercedes, taking out Harley, taking out her opponent or her partner Athena.
Putting it all on the line here the night before Dynasty when that women's tournament in the Owen Hart Cup begins.
Very impressive performances by all four competitors tonight, as you allude to.
Absolutely. Here it is one more time, Don. Big crossbody. Another angle. Connected with all.
She landed mostly on her partner.
Athena, who's trying to get to her feet. Athena and Harley Cameron will battle in the first round of the Cup.
She landed mostly on her partner.
The Owen Hart tournament.
Oh,
and now they're battling in the ring one-on-one.
Oh, Harley.
Slugging it out.
That's how you throw some work punches there. Let's go, Harley.
Special motivation. She has a chance if she wins the tournament to walk into glory.
I hate to be that guy, but you gotta wonder how much money Harley Cameron would be making right now if she was doing her shtick in WWE.
Showing her power.
I hate to be that guy, but that's how I feel. Oh!
Tag was made. It worked.
Nice short power bomb. Julia top rope. Perched. Moonsault. Very nicely done. Evades it. Backstabber.
From Mercedes.
Really impressed with the strength of Athena. There you go, right there.
Slam down. Athena turns.
Harley with the neck breaker.
Mercedes is rolling out of the ring, taking herself out of the field to play.
How about that move by Harley?
Incredible. Harley Cameron is what we call in sports sneaky athletic.
What a main event
She's
we are
sneaky
seeing.
everything.
If this is anything like what
She's
we're going to
sneaky
see,
good.
We are in store for quite a tournament that begins tomorrow night in the Owen Hart Foundation Cup. The winner of the women's and the men's side
eat
get
defeat.
a world title shot coming up this summer at Globe Life Field. And
What is this? Like a pump handle back suplex.
Harley has no one to tag, but neither does Julia Hart. Right now, it's one-on-one in the ring.
Feel the wrath. Feel the wrath. What is she doing? Okay.
Harley may be moments away from winning this.
Uh-oh. She was going for that feel the wrath. Julia Hart with a kick to the midsection. Harley drops down to a knee. Sandbagging Julia. Uh-oh.
Harley's got Julia up.
Look at this.
Oh no. Julia turned it into like an octopus.
Back to the octopus. You're right.
Nice. Oh, poor Harley has to tap out.
Well, she could have, but she decided not to sacrifice herself. And she left Harley there to get beat.
But it was Athena that blocked her.
Absolutely. Mercedes too smart. Live to fight another day, Shivani.
Fans, we want to remind you once again.
Nobody thought it would happen.
The Owen Hart Foundation tournament.
Nobody thought it would happen.
Mercedes, Moné, and Julia Hart will battle.
Pretty good match. I was actually, I like that match. I thought that was pretty good. Didn't think Mercedes would allow an L, even if it wasn't her taking the direction. That's gonna be her thing. She's gonna be like, look, I lost the tag match. You can't say I would never take an L. I lost the tag match. I love it. I love it. That was a pretty good match. I thought that was highly enjoyable. Highly enjoyable. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight on the stream. Thank you for hanging out, watching some NXT and AEW Collision. I thank you for your support. She's like, Edge, typical Fed mentality. Here he goes. End the stream, so he's got to start his shit. Anyway, really quickly before I get out of here, just to let you know, we're going to be in Discord tomorrow starting at 6:30 for the pay-per-view AEW Dynasty. So if you want to hang out with us and watch the pay-per-view and not have to shell out $50, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below for $5.99. And what that'll do is open up a secret section of our Discord that is only available for Twitch subs and moderators, where they can watch wrestling with us, and we're going to be watching AEW Dynasty in Discord. Also, make sure you check us out on YouTube as we are over 1,600 subscribers on YouTube and growing. That is where you could find every episode of the Ringside Rundown podcast. Not only that, but all the short form highlights of the streams can be found there on YouTube, youtube.com/@ringsiderunpod. They're also available on Discord, on TikTok. You threw me off, Mike. Thank you for the well done, though. They're also available on TikTok, tiktok.com/@ringside_rundown. If you want to check out all of the short form content that we have on TikTok. We got over 1,000 followers on TikTok. We're doing very well. I can't thank you guys for the support enough. You guys have been there since day one, throwing support out, and I really, really appreciate it. Also, check out the merch that we have for our spring and summer collection on the Ringside Rundown merch store. Remember, if you're a Twitch sub, you get 15% off the Ringside Rundown merch store. Check it out, ringsiderundown-shop.fourthwall.com. There we have t-shirts, tank tops, hats, coffee mugs, swim trunks, whatever you need for summer. It is there in the merch store, there for you to check out and have fun with it. And as always, check out the podcast. That is a Spotify link, but the podcast is available on any sort of podcast platform you can think of. It is there for you to listen to, and if not, you can always check out the YouTube channel to check out the podcast if you want to. All right, that is the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Want to give a big thank you to Mr. Mike for hanging out and the bits and all the love. Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Brock, who was here earlier. And I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Jason, Mike, Brock was here earlier. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate you spending time with me. I'm gonna send you over to Steezy. Oh, Bella was here and Jay Benz. That's right. Thank you for keeping me up with that. Bella and Jay Benz, got to show them some love as well. I'm sending you over to Steezy Rax right now, who's playing some Call of Duty. Show him some love. Say hello. Stick around for a minute or two. He's a great guy. Really friendly personality. If you haven't checked him out before, you might like him. Stay for a minute or two. Say hello if you feel comfortable. And throw him a follow if you can. If you need more streamers to follow. Thank you guys once again for the love tonight. Thank you for the wonderful stream. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get some rest and relaxation. Twitch subs and moderators, I will see you tomorrow for AEW Dynasty. Take care.